Here we go. Time to be professional. The how do, ladies and jerks. It is your boy, 6 2/3. I'm back here again with Judgmental Beef. We're doing the BroDown. We are the most confidently incorrect streamers on all of Twitch.com. Like I said, I'm here with the Divine Bovine, Judgmental Beef. You got anything you want to say to the people, Beef?
Hello, Judgmental Beef here. Thank you to all the beautiful people out there. It's good seeing you again. And I'm back from vacation, feeling rejuvenated and rested and ready to go. And before we get into all the other garbage that we've got going on today, I got to give a big shout out to my party hosts for the last week. I want to thank them for all of their time and attention and love and appreciation that they gave us for me and my wife
I knew this
and
was gonna
my
happen.
children.
I knew this was gonna happen. I knew. I knew.
Thank you, Six, for being so generous with your time and your house. Thank you for inviting us into your hearth and home for the last 5 days. We appreciate everything that you did for us.
Yeah. My brother just recently came to Florida. He was local. He was in Florida. Yep. He was about 38 minutes away from where I live.
Had a great time.
And he texted me. He's just like, "Hey, I'm like 10 minutes away from your place. I think. Go ahead and give me your address." And I was like, "No."
Fucking prick.
I was like, I was like, "I don't have any time this week. I don't want to see anybody. I'm sorry. We're closed for business."
Well, he said no, so I didn't follow up on it. I mean, I could have gotten his address from Dad. I mean, I would have easily found a way. He sent me his address before.
Dad doesn't know where I live now.
Yeah, well, whatever.
He doesn't even know where I live.
You have sent me the address before. It was 3 years ago, but I could have found that shit. But it's like, he said no. We'll try to see if we can get shit together.
No.
And it's all right. I'm not like pissed about it or anything. It was more just disappointed that we couldn't make anything work.
That's fine.
It's all right.
That's fine. I see you every Sunday. What do I need to see you in real life for?
If nothing else, I'll keep bringing it up and we'll keep trying to connect. And one of these days, maybe Six will put as much effort into this relationship as I do.
I wouldn't bank on that.
Fucking
no, I'm just like I've known Beef for the last 51 years. It's like we don't need to see each other. All right, we had a childhood together. That was more than enough.
Oh, ass. Whatever.
Yeah, no,
it's all good.
I made zero time for my own family, even when they're 10 minutes away. I was just like, I can't do it. Business man, too busy.
That's why I called you out on that shit during OTL. It's like, oh, my girlfriend's moving a couple hours away. Now I'll never go see her. I was 10 minutes away and you didn't even bother to see me.
That's how we do.
Oh,
we prioritize vagina over everything else, guys. I'm sorry, all right? That's what it is. I can't. Rules are rules, facts are facts, science is science. Like,
I thought the rules was bros before hoes, man. Come on.
Goals before holes. Oh man. So, Beef, hold on. Before we get into, we're just going to let chat loiter in here in a minute, but before we get to our NCAA, we were talking real quick. When I first called you, we were talking about what it's like to be 40 years old and be a party monster.
Oh, man. Oh, buddy.
You had told me that you had been up since 2:30 a.m.
Right. My time, yeah. 2:30 my time.
And I was like, wow. I was like, Beef's already awake? That's crazy. I was like, man, he must have been partying hard. You want to tell me why you've been up since 2:30 in the morning?
Well, I mean, why don't you tell me why you think I was up since 2:30 in the morning?
I called Beef this morning when I'm making my breakfast because I was like, okay, I need to call him and we're going to set up the BroDown before it starts because I was like, we got a lot of stuff we got to clear and make sure everything's set up. So I was like, by the time, because I had told him, 7:15 my time, and I was just like, I'm not going to have enough time because I'm going to be on the shitter at that point. So I was like, I'll call him early. And so I called him early and he was already awake. And he was just like, yeah, I've been awake since 2:30. I was like, oh, shit. I was like, did you have a rough night? Were you doing some partying? Or did you drink too much? I was like, did you fall on some MDMA? Did you do some acid? Like, I was like, I know how you party out there in Nuggetsville. So, I was like, oh, shit, Beef's partying hard over there. But then Beef told me the real reason why he's been up since 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah, it's because I made the mistake of eating tacos before bed.
This man went to a new food truck, had 3 tacos, and then he's been up since 2:30 in the morning just for 3 tacos.
Okay, so for one, it's not new. It is West 22 Tacos, one of my favorite places in Mustardboro. The town that's right under us. Yeah, Mustardboro. And they have the best street tacos I've ever had, which I didn't think was possible in Tennessee.
Yeah, no.
But
Tennessee actually does do Mexican food pretty good. It's weird.
They do.
Yeah,
it's the oddest thing in the world.
Yeah.
The only things that Tennessee knows how to cook right is like biscuits and gravy, fried chicken, barbecue, and Mexican food.
Tennessee, they're really good at being racist towards the Mexicans and also with appropriating their food cuisine. It's weird.
I was about to say it's completely on brand for them, appropriating the cuisine of those they hate.
Yeah, oh yeah. Makes sense.
Which is funny because it's not even a border anywhere within thousands of miles of Mexico, but it's all their faults for everything that's happening in Tennessee.
Oh, of course, yeah. The caravan, it's getting too close.
But West 22 Tacos, man, their fish taco it's a fried fish taco.
Oh man,
they stack that with a giant double fillet, and it was good stuff.
I love fucking fish tacos.
You should come visit. I'll bring you.
I'm 10 minutes away, Beef.
I'm 10 minutes away.
I'm too busy. Can't see you 6.
I had a carnitas taco, so nice. the pulled Spanish pork, but they put on the candied jalapenos.
Ooh, that sounds
and
good.
The other sauce on, and then I had a pork belly taco.
Oh, that sounds real fucking good.
It was just straight sugar glazed pork belly with a honey sauce. Some of the their proprietary cabbage, I guess, that they use, pickled red lettuce or whatever.
Proprietary cabbage.
Proprietary cabbage. Which also proprietary cabbage is going to be the name of my blues folk band that I'm starting up next week.
I was going to say we're going to start a weed dispensary. I call it proprietary cabbage.
Ooh, even better. Yes, weed I'm all in. I saw 30 weed dispensaries in Florida, and I didn't see like one boutique donut shop. Have y'all just stopped being fat in Florida? I mean, how does that happen?
I don't know, man.
You guys are so much about the weed. How do you not have a donut shop on every corner?
That's funny too, because we're not recreational. We're all medical. Like you can't.
Oh yeah, sure.
You can't go and pick up weed without a prescription here. But we got dispensaries all over the fucking place.
Yeah, I mean, they print out fucking prescriptions like they do lottery tickets.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's not hard. Mm-hmm. You could go to your local Publix and just grab one.
Mm-hmm. So you've been up all night because of the new tacos, huh? That's what.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, when you're 40 and old and diabetic and maybe a little bit backed up on your medications because of a trip to Florida and you don't have everything handy. Yeah, sure. Tacos will fuck you up.
Yeah, man. That's what it's like partying in your early 40s when you're a diabetic. Oh, yeah. It's 2 tacos just throws you for a loop.
Excuse me, 3 tacos.
3 tacos. There it is.
3 tacos.
Hey, what's going on, Vicer? Are you guys winning? I don't know. The beef.
Yeah, I had tacos last night.
Beef's been prostate over a toilet for the last 7 hours. So yeah, maybe he is winning. I don't know. It's hard.
They
it's hard
also at West 22 Tacos in Mustardboro. They also have the best churros I ever had in my life.
Oh man. I get down on some churros.
Dude, these are fresh made churros. They fry them to order. The insides of them are still a little bit doughy and liquidy with the cinnamon, and then they put on like this vanilla buttercream caramel sauce. Oh man. Oh, that's good stuff. That is worth going to the ER for because I forgot my insulin.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Whoa, streak. Whoa, Vicer, you're on a 10-stream streak, baby. Look at you. You're looking mighty fine and hot. Check you out, Vicer.
I mean, I'm on a 15 stream streak.
Oh,
but I
no,
wasn't gonna say
no.
anything.
Humble brag, humble brag.
Yeah.
They gave me 500 nooks to say that. Yeah, they did. They did. They paid you out, man. Straight up paid you out. Beef, what are we doing here today? We have something we're doing here.
What did you want to do first? Do you want to do the NCAA stuff?
Yes, definitely. Yes.
Today, folks, we are finally popping the cherry on this dumbass GameFAQs idea we stole.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We are doing the first of possibly many
Yeah.
nostalgia-centric, all-amazing championship tournaments.
That's right.
This is the Vicer bracket. It is
yeah.
the Moon Children quadrant. All completely randomized.
Yeah.
There is no seeding.
Nope.
There's some heavy hitters in this first bracket. Six, do we want to show them what they're playing for?
Yeah, do you guys want to know what you're playing for? This is what you're playing for, all right? Like, here's our bracket, the Moon Children. The Street Fighter 3 is going to clear everything, just letting you know, right in front. Now, the NCAA, they do have their own trophy. This is what the NCAA look like. That's their trophy for the basketball Final Four championship.
It's a fine. It's okay.
It's okay. It's all right.
You can get that in any arcade claw game.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing special about it.
Yeah. Any combo upholstery taxidermy store, they make these kind of trophies there too.
Right. If you go to Raising Cane's and you buy their biggest chicken box, it comes with a cup that comes with that.
Yeah, exactly. However, we have, just like Tennesseans in appropriating Mexican culture and cuisine, we have appropriated the NCAA and made our own legally distinct trophy, which we have named the Golden Asterisk.
Yes, the Golden Asterisk. What is honestly the best championship you possibly could earn? We will be handing out these motherfuckers as long as this content holds.
That's right. That's right.
We will keep doing it. This is what everybody is playing for. One of these 64 games will be the first ever recipient of the Golden Asterisk and become the first legally distinct nostalgia champion.
That's right. That's right. Like, not only is it an asterisk, but if you read any Kurt Vonnegut, that's also the same symbol for a butthole. So, you know,
yes,
I think it's very appropriate. Very appropriate. Like,
yes, the legally distinct Golden Asterisk. Also, you could also the gilded butthole.
The gilded butthole. That's
the
right.
gilded arsehole. Whatever you want to go with there.
Well, guys, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna jump right into it because this is gonna take us forever and a day. So we're gonna try to get through as quick as possible, but we'll see how it goes.
What makes you think it's gonna take a long time? It's not like we talk a lot.
Gilded Butthole is my favorite tavern. Yeah.
That does sound like a tavern that you went to in Felvedek.
The Gilded Arsehole. So our first game, right off the bat, we're going straight to No Mercy, boys. We got no mercy here.
Right. I mean, where is Nox when you need him? I mean, this is like just straight up the wrestling nerd signal has been lit.
Oh God, I don't think you can go anywhere on the internet if you're a wrestling fan and a video game fan without hearing some coomer talk about No Mercy until they're blue in the face. Like, which
and
I
if
mean,
you ever, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, which I mean, they have reason to say. They have reason. It was the best of the N64 wrestling games, so I was like, it didn't get any better.
I mean, there's Jericho before he became an absolute utter shithole.
Yeah.
Going through and power bombing the ass out of Kurt Angle with hair. Rikishi there dancing with Too Cool, talking about appropriation.
Oh.
There's the Raw is War crowd and signs with graphics that only Six's friend Tonio can recreate.
No, hopefully. I don't know. We haven't seen it yet, so.
Honestly, I think Tonio made that GIF within the last 14 months.
Yeah, for real. Like he took a tiny little departure to make an overlay for my girlfriend, like just to show me that he's like, I still do work, Six. This is what it looks like. I was like, oh,
right, I can still animate shit. I know your brother's making graphics in 45 minutes for me and delivering it every week.
For sure. He was just like, he's like, don't let the 8-month interruption, persuade you of anything different. He's like, I am a graphic artist. It's like, I forgot, Tony. I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah, whatever.
like, so No Mercy. I mean, it was literally. You're gonna hear us say this repeatedly. We played the shit out of that game when we were kids. Like,
yeah.
we're gonna say that 14 million times. But we did play the shit out of No Mercy when we were kids.
A whole lot of No Mercy. Plus, the graphics don't really give credence to the depth of Create a Wrestler.
No, it does not. No.
I mean, we spent probably 1,000 hours playing the shit out of this game on the N64.
Oh, God,
and
yes.
easily 500 of that was making characters.
Yeah, oh yeah. You mean making 12-foot blue man who's completely blue, looks like me in the blue light with alien limbs and googly eyes? Yep, that was our world champion. Like,
or doing a clown midget and giving them every single Japanese head dropping move that they had in the game.
oh yeah, of course. Like, and I think like to certain degree that was kind of the appeal of. I mean, because WCW versus NWO Revenge, I don't think they had character customization for creator wrestlers yet. Like,
No, not really.
It didn't. I don't think it came around till WrestleMania 2000. Like the second game, was that the second game?
I think so, something like that.
I don't know.
Well, so where do you have like any standout memories for No Mercy?
To be honest with you, like what kind of enraptured me with No Mercy was the story mode. Like the story mode, it felt like your choices made a difference, even though they minimally did make a difference. But it was basically just to see the champion's road. Like it was kind of like from beginning to end. Oh, can I make this creator wrestler be the world champion? Or even if you picked like an actual wrestler from the roster, it was just like, oh,
Yep.
can we take Kane to the top? Can we take Scotty 2 Hotty to the top? It was just like.
But nobody played the career mode with the pre-made wrestlers. You have to do it with like your oh well, I'm gonna make this chick that can go through and beat Rikishi or something
of course.
like that.
Yeah, this 110-pound Stacy Keibler lookalike is going to bench press Rikishi over her head.
Also, that does need to be a project that we do one day, is make creator wrestlers for all of chat members and have a Royal Rumble.
Oh, yeah, dude. All day. Yeah, the Vicer said BroDown Royal Rumble, maybe. He's onto something.
I think that's a good call.
He's the man. This is why we pay him so much. So, No Mercy is going up against Halo 3.
And man, I also played the shit out of it.
Yeah, see? It's already beginning. This is what we're saying.
Every single game. Every single game.
Yeah,
we're
every
going to
single
talk about
game.
how
It's
much
good.
we played it.
I did play a good amount of Halo 3. I did not play as much Halo 3 as I played Halo 2. So my vote is not going to be as strong for Halo 3, but Halo 3 was monumental. I mean, it made a huge difference for the time. Did my GIFs freeze up? Hold on. Go ahead and keep talking.
The top two did, yes.
Yeah. Let me fix that.
I played Halo 3 probably more than any other Halo game except for maybe Halo Reach.
No
and
shit.
a lot of that is because it came at a time in my life when I was living alone.
Oh, yeah.
In a 300 square foot apartment.
Nice.
In Chokesonooga.
Chokesonooga.
Trying to make a living off of radio pay, which is not feasible.
No, I remember about Beef's hovel in Chokesonooga was that the man had one square, not rectangle, one square card table sitting in the corner. Yep. On that square table, he had a literal fucking mountain of mail. Like, it was just scaling all the way up to the roof. And I was just like, do you ever open your goddamn mail? And he's like, nah, just throw it there. And,
it's all bills.
And then
why would I open it?
Right next to the mail, an equal height mountain of pizza boxes just hanging out. just letting the old dried cheese aroma just pervade all throughout his fucking apartment.
See, he doesn't mention the mountain of dishes in the sink that I would just let sit there for 3 weeks, get bored of looking at it, throw them all away, and go buy new dishes.
That part is like, I kind of salute B for that, because that is maximum bachelor. Like, you don't wash the dishes, you just throw them away and buy new ones. I was like, holy shit.
Well, I mean, I'm spending 16 hours a day at the radio station, sometimes 7 days a week. Going in and doing stuff, trying to make it work. Mm-hmm. And man, it got to be where if I'm just eating, I don't feel like cleaning. Maybe I cook one thing a week and just leave it in the fridge, and by the time it's like 3 weeks worth of stuff I don't care about it. Use $20 of my overtime money. Go get new dishes.
Yeah, for real. Like I applaud it.
You know what never occurred to me? Paper plates.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. I was just like paper plates and plastic flatware, man. I was just
right. Nope, never occurred to me.
No. Yeah.
First time like living on my own, and nope, never even thought about it.
Vicer brings up a good point about Halo 3. Halo 3 was the birth of console online play in a lot of ways. So, because
I don't disagree. He's right about that.
Like I said, I didn't play a whole bunch of Halo 3 online because I didn't have reliable internet at the time. But I did. I mean, God, I'll talk about it with Halo 2. But yeah, we played some local online networking for Halo 2. But Beef, did you play a lot of Halo 3 online?
I played a ton of Halo 3 online. That was why I started talking about my time living alone, because I had no friends. And I would go online and play Halo 3, and I ended up having a clan and a community. And next thing you know, all of my friends had XX69 involved in their name somewhere.
Yeah. Like, I didn't. I'm glad you finished the rest of that sentence by saying that you had a clan living in Chunksville, the Chunksonooga. It was like, whoa.
Well, and it was a suburb of Chunksonooga, and it was right across the border in Georgia, which makes clan references even worse.
Yeah, big time. That was
like my favorite memory I have, I think I may have said this a few weeks ago when we brought up but my favorite memory with Halo 3 is we played on the 4th of July one day.
Nice.
And all of us changed our armor to red, white, and blue accents.
Nice.
And we all started teabagging people while chanting USA and taking shots of tequila every time we won a match.
Very good, very good.
And that was a very good time.
Vicer, York and I grew up with Halo 3. Yeah, bro. Like, I think, especially if you were during the first-person shooter era, like, you either grew up with Halo 2 or Halo 3. It was one, if not both. Like, for me, it was Halo 2, but I did play some Halo 3. Like, not as much as Beef. Beef played more Halo 3 than I did.
And Halo 3 included the special gear kits where you had, like, the special abilities. And you could pick up and have like, you can send a clone out. I used to love sending a hologram out and then hiding behind the wall and wait for somebody to jump out and try to gank the hologram and then coming in and assassinating behind them.
Nice.
It was my favorite thing in the world, and that's what I would do to everybody that I could. So yeah, Halo 3, a lot of good memories for me there.
All right, we're going to find out how this Nostalgia-Centric tournament is going to go, because me and Beef, we talked about it briefly before we went on live on air, and we're judging this based solely on nostalgia. Nostalgia is going to carry our votes, and then if me and Beef, if we tie, we're going to kick it to chat and let you guys figure it out for us. So
right.
But
so I'm gonna let you kick it off. Between No Mercy and Halo 3, which one is stronger on nostalgia?
For me, because I didn't play as much Halo 3 as I played Halo 2, No Mercy is going to have a stronger nostalgia vote for me, because I spent more time playing No Mercy, played with my friends, played with you, played by myself. Like, I put more hours into No Mercy than I did Halo 3. So,
and I'm going to have to agree. We are going to put No Mercy through to the next round. Yes, I have a lot of really good memories with Halo 3. Yes, it's probably bigger in the realm of video games, but for me personally, remember, I was playing Halo 3 when I didn't have friends. I played No Mercy when I had friends.
That's true.
And people to support us.
That's true.
And playing 4-player with those just ass N64 controllers that blistered your palms.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Those were really good times sitting on the couch playing with, like, Miguel and Stenchy and, all the others. And I'm going to go No Mercy.
Oh, wow. No Mercy with a surprise upset. I hope it pisses everybody off in chat. Like,
right. Halo 3. Who needs Halo?
No, they're out of here. No Halo. Like, Halo 3 lost to wrestling.
We've never been able to shoot anyway. Our aim sucked.
No, that's the other thing is, like, I like first person shooters. I am too twitchy to be good at them though. Like, I'm not that great at first person shooters. I was definitely I was the easy cannon fodder for everybody else. Like, I was weighing down the team, that's for sure.
I mean, I played a lot of Overwatch, but I wasn't good at aiming, so I just played Bastion.
Yeah, there it is.
I just have a minigun with a turret and shoot forward. That's all.
Nice. All right, so No
And
Mercy gets a bye, or not a bye, but goes on to the next
No Mercy
round.
wins, moves on to the next round. Vicer does bring up a good point that also I picked No Mercy because we don't have enough chat members to tie.
Nah, it's fine. We'll be fine. Like, it's not a problem. All right, next on the list here. Okay, this is going to be...
All right, so this is going to be a much quicker segment.
Yeah, we'll see what there is to cuss and discuss. It's going to be...
Just a little tiny game, real independent.
Sure. Yeah.
Hades.
I mean,
Hades.
We definitely, and kind of a newer addition in terms of nostalgia. Like,
Right.
it's not a game from the Boomer era. Like, Hades is what, 5 years old?
Yeah, I think it was 2018.
2018?
Something like that. I mean, and Hades 2 just came out as well. I haven't had a chance to play it, but
Vicer says Hades is too young for nostalgia. I feel like he's not wrong, but man, I not only did I play the shit out of Hades, obviously,
Yes.
but I played the shit out of Hades with a sticky button on a controller that didn't work. Like, and so I still put in like 110 hours into this game on a controller where one of the buttons didn't work, and I had to remap the fucking button to a shoulder button because it wouldn't fucking work. That's how bad I want to play this game. So
John and Vice are both complaining in chat that
Already.
it's too young.
Already.
It's too young.
The boomers.
Too young.
They're reporting in.
Too young to have any nostalgia for. And I would posit that this game came out during COVID.
Yeah.
And name one thing that happened during COVID that doesn't feel like it was 30 years ago.
Yeah. Oh my God. The time dilation that occurs with COVID.
Oh, damn, dude. Oh, your camera's like super
I know.
blurry.
I'll
Okay,
fix
good.
it.
Just making sure that you saw it.
I'll fix it. There is
Yeah.
a time dilation with COVID. I can't even remember COVID. It's
Right.
all a blur, all of it.
And really, this is the only modern game that I've actually dedicated time to playing.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many hours I've spent petting Cerberus
Oh, of course.
just to go through and say he's the bestest boy. Oh, look at the Cerby.
Good.
How can you not like that?
Yeah. True. COVID
then
broke
I-
our perception of time. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
And then the top right corner, that GIF that you have where he's freaking flying around everywhere and hitting people and all that. I did that shit on my phone.
Yeah, that's the thing that makes this like, okay, me doing it with a sticky button, that's one thing. But Beef played this shit on his fucking phone. And I was
Right.
just like, I can't even wrap my head around somebody sinking 100 hours into Hades on your phone. Like, that
On
is...
my fucking phone. Jumping around the arena, targeting everything, attack, dash, attack. And all on my phone. I swear I've probably wore out the touchscreen on my stupid iPhone 12.
Yeah, like I think nostalgia is very subjective to begin with, but I think for me, like, nostalgia is anything that fuels you wanting to play it more. And Hades, obviously, it's a roguelite, and obviously there's a whole bunch of different things you can do in it. Like, I mean, the options are limitless. Hades was definitely like one of the roguelites in the last couple of years where I was just like, I just want to do another run just to see what happens. Like, and I mean, the absolute randomness of the game itself lends to replayability. But what was your main weapon? What was the weapon you liked the most?
I like the bow. I
Bow.
use the bow a lot.
Wow,
Yeah.
the bow? You are a fucking monster.
I use the bow also, reminding people, on my phone. So using the bow, use that with Zeus's electrical power and just shooting lightning everywhere. That was my jam. I love that shit. Either that or the bow with the bow and the gun. Use either or with Dionysus's poison.
Oh yeah, all day long.
That was a good build too. I enjoyed that a whole lot.
For sure, man. I was like,
Two things. One to say to Vicer going like, oh, by the way, if you guys are going with that as then Baldur's Gate 3, it probably has the most nostalgia. And if we really
fair.
want to piss everybody off, we could go through and tell everybody I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3 and it would probably lose.
Wow, like it's fucking it's funny. If Beef ever does play Baldur's Gate 3, he will lose his goddamn mind. He'll he'll love everything about that game.
Well, that, and I just found out that my local library does D&D games. And they actually have sponsored organized games that they do every 2 Saturdays a month.
Nice.
And it's like, oh, how much do I want to piss off my wife because I'm taking more time away to play stupid games?
That's the other thing for me with Hades, why it's so memorable, is that like usually roguelites, the story is just kind of there. Like it's just functional, it's just adequate, it's just good scenery. And Hades, like I actually really wanted to know more about the story. Like, and of course, as you play, as you go through the different runs, more of the story is unlocked. I mean, they did it in a really smart way in terms of in terms of like incremental, gradual little drips and drabs that you learn as you go through the runs. And I was like, oh man. And then of course, obviously, the voice acting is so solid that it makes you care about the lore as well.
Well, sure, but they cheat. I mean, you make everybody British voice, then it automatically gives it more ambiance.
Yeah.
All right, so what game is going to lose to Hades?
Yeah, exactly. What game is going to lose to Hades? That's basically how we preface this. We do all that just to show Tony Hawk 2.
Right, the nostalgia of COVID-19.
Yeah,
I mean,
fond memories of COVID. You know, it's always going to stay with us forever. Like,
I mean, we have invoked it for our own show. We are Twitch infection over here. We are BroVid-19.
Man, Tony Hawk 2. The most Tony Hawk 2 I played was for the N64. So, you know, not the best system with which to play it with, but god damn.
You didn't play a lot on the PlayStation? Because I played this on the PlayStation a lot.
I played this on the N64 over at Wee Man's house, like weekends on end, over and over, getting high off some ash crumbles, you know, in the bottom of a pipe and scraping the bowl, and then getting, you know, weird heady high, and then going and playing this while scarfing down Cheeto Puffs at the same time. Like, ugh. And then on top of that, the N64, they had some rights to the licensed music, but not all. So it was these really shitty fucking MIDI versions of the songs. But even then, it was still good to listen to The Offspring, you know.
You see, my memories of this is playing it on the PlayStation 1 at Miguel's house when Miguel was the only one that had a PlayStation 1. Mm-hmm. So we all tried to go over his house all the time to play this and Street Fighter Alpha 1 and get him so pissed off about using Akuma against him.
Yeah, no, he couldn't handle it. Turns out, Guy versus Akuma, not a good matchup. It's weird how that works. Like,
no, bad matchup when you've got Akuma jumping in the air and zoning him out with fireballs. Nope, not a good matchup for Guy.
Vicer loved smoking resin when I was poor. Yeah, brother, that's what it's all about. You know, you ain't got no weed. Okay, time to scrape the bowl and smoke the detritus from 1999. You know, it's been hanging out.
So can we go ahead and assume that since we're talking about Tony Hawk, but actually talking about Street Fighter Alpha and bong resin, that Hades wins?
Yeah, I mean, Tony Hawk 2 is a fucking fantastic game. It was great for the time, tremendous. I do have a lot of nostalgic memories for it, but if it's gonna go up against Hades, I think I just had a more fun time nostalgia-wise playing Hades than I did Tony Hawk 2, because, I mean, especially for the time, you know, I was an early teenager. So it's like you kind of know what you're doing with video games, but you don't really know what you're doing with video games. You're just pressing the buttons and figuring it, especially if you're stoned off your ass like I was. Like,
so Six Drewby has now joined us in chat, and he just found out that No Mercy beat Halo 3.
Yep, that's right, Drewby. That's right. Like, to see your favorite games lose to Rikishi and Too Cool. Like,
yep. Hey, don't worry, Drewby. Halo 2 is coming up in the next 2 matches from now.
Yeah.
And it will probably also lose.
Yeah,
but we'll see how it...
Yeah, this is, in reality, what this actually is it's a tournament to piss chat off. That's what we're really doing.
Yeah, we're trying to be the opposite of GameFAQs as much as possible while still being distinctly similar to GameFAQs.
Yeah, exactly. We're like, we spend an entire episode cultivating your guys' favorite games. Well, watch as we literally...
Here's where we shit on all of them.
We piss and shit on every single one of them. Like... God. So,
All right.
Yeah,
Tony Hawk 2 eliminated.
Yeah,
for Hades.
It's not gonna win. It's just not. I mean,
it's not.
The versatility that Hades has. I mean, again, granted, like I said, we're not going too much into what the game actually has to offer from a technical sense, but
no,
it's.
I don't care about sales.
No,
I don't care about reviews.
No,
I care about my memories and things that I remember about these things and my experiences.
Correct.
And I had a much better experience playing Hades rather, than Tony Hawk 2.
On his telephone.
On my telephone.
But
then again, if we were to go by things I've enjoyed playing on my phone, then, all of these games would lose to whatever gacha game I was playing at the time. So, I mean...
All right, here's going to be
Speaking
another
of games that aren't going to win, DDR Max.
Oh man! All right, so it's going to be DDR Max and Super Met. Okay. Well, again, we will set
just
this
for
up.
Posterity. Yeah. Just go ahead and show the gifts you found.
We will set this up as though it's going to be a fair match, but
but it's not.
Okay, DDR Max. Weirdly enough, I was a mall goth. Imagine that. But the DDR Max allowed me to break through to the other side when it came to being, somewhat presentable and genial, and actually enjoying things in life. Like it was weird. It kind of brought me over. Like it was probably like one of the first times in which I had actually done legitimate exercise during a video game. Like I was literally just pouring sweat, huffing and puffing, smoking my Marlboro Red 100s in between sets of fucking DDR Max.
So Six stepped on my joke, but DDR. Believe it or not, I was a mall fat, and I also played DDR a little bit, and it didn't make me more presentable. It actively made me less presentable because I had a river of sweat going down the back of my t-shirt every time I would go to play DDR on medium.
Yeah.
So,
Oh my god. Like
I don't understand how this Korean kid in the top right is just fucking rocking that shit.
Oh, dude, he's tearing it up. I was like, look, I got really good at DDR Max, and I would go to the arcade and play both pads at the same time because I got really good. I was tall and skinny and just completely invigorated with marijuana in every single molecule of my body, where I could ignore all the pain from not being aerobic whatsoever up to that point in my life. Like, and also, look, all right, we're gonna be real here in terms of nostalgia. DDR Max has an advantage with me because I used DDR Max to get laid in the community college. Like I had one of my own DDR Max. I had one of the shitty little. I had two of them. Like the peripherals, the mats that came with the PlayStation 2 version, and then of course I saran wrapped them to a plank of wood and stapled the mats to the plank of wood. So basically, you had a hard, stable surface. It wasn't sliding all over the carpet. And then I was courting a girl at the time when I was going to community college, and she had never heard of DDR Max, and I was like, oh, I have it at home. I have it at my house. You should come over and play. It's a fun game to play. She played it with me, and then we later had sex. So it was like between that and Katamari Damacy, because we also played Katamari Damacy that day too. So the DDR got me laid. Like,
oh, you see, I thought you were gonna say that your resonant memory of DDR was it taught you how to sex, and you would get her into bed and assume the missionary, and you would play My Butterfly, and then start moving up, left, right, up, left, down, left, up, right, double, and then you're done. And standing ovation.
All within 3 minutes. Yeah, like without a doubt. I would I would say fail, like on top of it, like.
No, that was just your ex.
Drewby, Molgoth 6 makes too much and not enough sense. Bro, I was straight Molgoth in it. Like, although
100%.
Although by the time of DDR Max, I was done with my Molgoth phase, so I was still listening to the same music and still liking the occult, but like in terms of looking like a Molgoth, I was already way beyond that.
Yeah, and at that point, I'm giant fat nerd, so I'm wearing the button-up silkscreen rayon dragon shirts all the time. Oh yeah.
At that point.
Yeah.
Unlike,
at that point.
Unlike now.
No, now I can't afford rayon.
Yeah. you can't afford the 2001 sparkly Chris Jericho.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Dragon button up.
Back before Chris Jericho was an insurrectionist ass.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh my God,
I'm with you.
Drewby, Beef would spend his weekends gorging himself in Sbarro's in the local China Walk at the mall food court. Yeah, he would. Yeah.
Excuse me.
He did.
I would like to point out that is true.
Yeah.
But also,
Yeah.
I would play Magic on the weekend, and I would spend my time from 16 to 19 going to the Syrup Soda Square Mall.
Yep.
And bringing my box of loose Magic cards, and the box was like friggin' big. It was like 2 foot by 2 foot, and because I'm edgy, I wrapped the whole thing in duct tape. Like, you put duct tape around every single side and surface of this box. Because it looks special?
Yeah. that was the thing at the time, to make it look like you're going to ship it to Australia. Like,
right. Yeah, to make it look like I just stole it from the underneath of a car.
Yeah.
And I would go through and play Magic with my other fellow fat nerds, and I would get mall Chinese food every single Saturday for lunch, and it was like some combination of sesame chicken and General Tso's chicken, or the orange chicken. And ever since then, 25 years later, I will still walk through a mall, smell the mall Chinese food, and still start to drool. Yeah. Like, it has a Pavlov response in me.
Yeah.
To where my mouth actively starts to water for the shittiest food possible to buy.
Yep.
I mean, between that and mall pretzels.
Yep.
If you put those into an air freshener, and I will rub that shit on my stomach like I'm fucking what is it? Tommy Boy with the pine tree air freshener.
This man is getting an Annie M's fucking garlic and Parmesan, just rubbing it all over himself.
Oh, dude, my mouth is watering as we speak. I cannot form cogent words because there was too much spittle on my teeth. Mall Chinese food and mall pretzels.
To this day, I have such a resonant memory of mall DDR with beef that, like, whenever I think of the mall, I literally associate it with two things. One, beef eating fucking Chinese food in the food court, because I remember just sitting across from beef and just watching him eat, because I never eat it, because I was just
also Six being horrified because I would literally get my to-go box of Chinese food, start scooping the rice onto the meats and mixing it all together, and then I turn it upside down and shake it.
Yeah, oh yeah, this man.
To get the sauce over every bit of it. And horrified.
This man, look, I'm just saying, he's been professionally fat for quite some time. He knows what he's doing.
I went straight to the pros. There was no amateur here. I got drafted right out of high school.
Like, to this day, whenever I open a booster from Magic, like, I remember beef eating Chinese food and also getting like a starter tournament deck for Ice Age. Like, that's what I remember.
Yeah,
like,
I did. Yeah.
Oh Lord. So DDR is not going to win.
No, because we're obviously talking about Chinese food and Magic cards instead of DDR.
Yeah, I will say for DDR, for me, like, it was probably one of the first instances in which I listened to dance music, in which I got into dance music. The other, I mean, our father was gay, and our father loved gay dance music. So the Tina Turner remixes was actually my first breakthrough into EDM,
which was also a big switch for me, because up until the point where Dad came out and told me that he was gay, I literally was buying him country CDs for Christmas.
Yeah.
And then Six comes and says, "No, Dad likes techno." And what?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
I was like, God, every single day listening to the same techno beats, like, God, everywhere we go, all in the house, Tina Turner remixes. I was just
then all of a sudden it becomes Entrance and friggin' Daft Punk. And shit.
I was like, Dad, you listen to Sandstorm? What? I was like, it's kind of weird, but DDR is going up against Super Met.
DDR is losing to Super Met.
Yeah, do we really need to sit here and act like it's going to be a fair fight here? I mean,
no, we don't. I mean,
Super Met was powerfully resonant in my childhood. Like,
well, so let's hold on to those resonant memories and talk about them in the next round because we don't need it right now.
No, we don't. Yeah.
Plus, DDR has one big thing going against it, and that is it ruined a friendship for me.
Oh.
Well, it didn't quite ruin a friendship. It wasn't necessarily my fault. When Dad had his house at Punta Gordita.
Yeah, Punta Gordita.
Yeah, Punta Gordita. You know, the one that the hurricane hit and knocked over the tree into the garage in Dad's work truck?
The little Gordita, yeah, it caved in the roof of the room in which I was sleeping in. So if I was sleeping through it, I would have been fucking dead at this point. But I moved one day before the hurricane.
So we had the DDR pads that we had saran wrapped around a plank of wood, and those were our DDR controllers. And we would bring over like Stenchy and Miguel and other guys to come, and we were playing DDR there for a long time. And I, thinking, oh, I'm starting to get good at this. I'm starting to be hot shit and everything, and I'm playing my song on medium instead of easy or whatever it was.
Yeah. Look, for a fat guy, that's big, because Beef was a fat guy.
Move.
But
Beef was a fat guy?
Yeah, okay. Well, Beef is probably the skinniest he's been in quite some time, other than the diabetic coma. But, Beef, for a big guy, he had some fucking agility. He could get around.
I still do. I can move almost completely silently and scare the absolute dog shit out of my wife and her mother-in-law.
Beef can moonsault to this day. I cannot. I've never been able to moonsault.
Yeah, I can. I actually, so I was playing DDR, and I'm thinking I'm doing pretty good, and I'm starting to feel it. And they get to the point where the end of the song had a series of double arrows. It was double sides, double top and bottom, double sides, double top and bottom, and it did that 3 or 4 times. So I did that. I'm feeling it. Hit the double, spun to hit the double. And then kept spinning and did a full spin around the whole way and hit all the doubles, right? And I'm feeling good about myself. And then Miguel looks up from what he's doing and goes, "Yeah, Beef, you're my hero. Good job." And I never played it again.
Oh, which is hilarious to Miguel, of all people, talking down about somebody's agility and versatility moving around as a fat guy. So that it's fine. Like, Miguel was
all right.
Borderline clinically the R word, so who cares? It's fine.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he were on the spectrum. I wouldn't be surprised if I was on the
spectrum. Oh, Miguel, there's, the crack baby, okay? That's all I got to say. Okay, so Super Met, definitely winning that one. Not a chance, so.
So what the only problem with this is that we can't show the results as we move on, but I am keeping track of it on my side.
Yeah, that's fine. Drewby, Vicer, you're right. Donnie Darko. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. The roof of where I was sleeping caved in directly over my bed. So I would have been horrifically maimed and or dead if I had not moved the day before the hurricane hit. And then Drewby,
I would like to thank Drewby for painfully pointing out that Beef is still fat, but he used to be too.
It's true, yeah.
I mean, it's true.
So next up, we got Streets of Rage 2 versus Halo 2. And that's gonna be
Streets of Rage 2 wins. Eat it, Drewby.
Yeah, exactly. we're just here at this point to just irk the fuck out of Drewby.
I mean, Streets of Rage 2 though.
Let's
say it together. We played the shit out of this game.
Oh my god, yes. And I mean, we had played Streets of Rage 2 before we had ever played Streets of Rage 1. And I don't even remember how we came across Streets of Rage 2, if it was just a random rental, if a friend had told us to play it, but
I'm pretty sure I know how I came across Streets of Rage 2.
Oh, Lord, were you
walking through Video Library and looking at the box art, and this game has a wrestler on the cover.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that'll do it for Beef. That's all it takes.
And Max was and is my Streets of Rage main, always and forever.
I was big Skate. I always go with the.
I knew you were Skate. You always do the tiny fast guys.
Yeah, I'm always Glass Cannon, or not Glass Cannon. What's the other term for it? But yeah, I always go pussy. I always go for. I always go for the weaker but faster characters. Like that's
Right,
me in every game, basically. Like I just like to do the combos fast. I like to do them fast. And he's got the power noogie demonstrated in this GIF, so.
Yeah, the only thing that better was nowadays it would be a poison Rana coming out of the
Oh yeah,
noogie or
that'd be
something.
fucking tremendous. Like
Didn't he have the poison Rana? Like he would flip him backwards or throw him or something?
I don't think he had the poison Rana. No, like he did have a backflip as his back attack. Like he would do a backflip backwards to hit people behind him. But like I played Streets of Rage 2.
Yep.
It was probably one of the Sega Genesis games that I played the most. Like, I mean, just ad nauseum. Played it at friends' birthday parties, brought it to friends' birthday parties, because I was just like, we need to play this, guys. Everybody will have a good time. And I remember distinctly 2 different parties where I would bring...
Ruined.
Yeah, just, and it's like, oh, we're having a birthday party? No, everybody's just crowding around the TV and playing Streets of Rage 2 for 2 hours before we have cake. Like...
Right, yeah, that sounds about right.
And, I mean, I've talked about it on OTL, but, like, we don't have to go too far into it, but the soundtrack, the OST, is still, you know, god tier. To this day. Yeah.
Super slaps, yeah.
I mean, I will still get down with some Streets of Rage fucking OST to this day. So it's like...
I've still got some in my mix.
And that's going to be the hard part for me, because, like, look, in terms of gameplay, and Drewby had said it yesterday on OTL, we're ribbing Drewby. In terms of gameplay, the nostalgia that we have, or that I have for Streets of Rage 2 is not necessarily gameplay related. It's the OST. That's where, I mean, all the resonant memories I have of the game are from the OST and or the sound composition, the sound samples, like, you know, fucking Axel saying, great up our, you know, like...
Right.
Like, that's where it all comes from. So, it's...
Well, and... a big part of my resonant memory is being screamed at by Six because I stole another one of his lives.
Oh, God. Oh, we were not the kids.
Oh, man.
We were not the brothers to be playing co-op fucking side-scrolling beat-em-up games. No.
We both had to beat the game individually on our own because we would get into physical fights with actual punches to the face. Because we stole the other one's lives to keep playing.
Oh, God. Or if it was, I can't remember if you were able to toggle it off with Streets of Rage 2, but the ability to have friendly fire to beat up your teammate accidentally, that started a lot of fights. Like,
yeah, that is, I think that function is the original Mario Party relationship.
Yeah, just completely decimates family relationships.
Friendly fire and stealing lives.
No.
And oh man, that ruined so many relationships. And then Mario Party came out and just ruined them even more.
Jesus Lord. I'm surprised. Did we put Mario Party on any of this?
No.
Wow.
I think the argument at the time was we couldn't justify putting it over any of the other 65 games we picked for the best ever.
Yeah, but we put DDR on there, so.
We put DDR on there, that's true.
I think Mario Party should have got on there, because I was like, we do have a lot of Mario Party memories. Like,
there might be.
Well, there's not really.
I don't remember at this point.
I was gonna say, I don't know about memories. I think we just remember the game fucking us over every single time playing. Like, you know, it's like, oh, we're one turn away from winning. Now we have 3 stars left. Okay.
And that still continues because we played Mario Party with me and the kids a few weeks ago. And Gustavo was doing his 19-year-old I'm better at video games than everybody thing. Mm-hmm. And Gustavo is literally 2 spaces away from buying the star that wins him the game on the last turn. And he rolls a 1 and lands on the Bowser space.
Nice.
And Bowser takes away all his stars and distributes them to everybody else.
Oh, God.
And I told him, son... welcome to communism.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. This is what the woke left will do to you, you know, like... all right, Halo 2, it's going to be... In terms of first-person shooters, I have spent the most time and have the most nostalgia for Halo 2. Like, hands down, across the board.
We played the shit out of Halo 2.
Oh my God, yes.
And when I say we, I mean... Six and I, literally, with Wee Man.
Yep.
we would plug this game into Dad's projection TV
Oh,
or whatever,
yeah. Yep.
whatever big ass box TV he had at the time.
Yep.
That we had to pull physically out of the entertainment center.
Yep. To see
and
it.
try to cram that shit back into place without ruining all the other electronics.
Well, it was also an added challenge of, because it was like, okay, is it 7:32 p.m.? Are we looking at the TV from a 32-degree angle? Because like the glare on the fucking projection TVs, man, it made you learn science and trig very quickly to try to figure out how to fucking play on them.
Yeah, to figure out where you could set and still see the TV. It's not like these newfangled TVs these kids have where you can look at it from any angle and it still looks like a perfect picture.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, not at all.
If you were 2 degrees off, you didn't see what was killing you.
Yeah, you were, when you were playing a projection screen TV back in the mid-90s, the late 90s, early 2000s, like...
You felt fancy as hell.
Oh, you felt super, because you were just like, it can't get any better than this. This is so huge. This is IMAX level, but you're literally playing on the same screen as a original Game Boy Advance. Like...
Right.
God damn, man.
So we would physically have to take this thing out, scoot it across the carpeted floor.
Yep.
Hope we don't knock it over.
Yep.
Hope we don't take the whole entertainment system down with it as well. And then after we get done, undo the entire process, and then have Dad wake us up at 4:30 in the morning yelling because the TV remote was not set back to what it was supposed to be.
Yeah, we didn't put the input back on what it was.
We forgot to hit the input button.
Yeah.
So Dad would go and wake us up to go through and hit the input button for him.
Yeah, he was just like, I can't watch the goddamn news. What'd you fucking kids do? Like, it's just like, Jesus Christ, Dad. It's like you just press one button. And okay, in terms of nostalgia, I'm not going to show, I am going to show my hand. I think Halo 2, because like Halo 2, not only did we get around and play it with friends and play it by ourselves and vaguely play online, because online at the time was still spotty as fuck. Like it was still...
I don't think I've ever played Halo 2 online.
I did with my pork chocolate crony friends, but Jesus Christ, matchmaking was such a pain in the ass. It was not the easiest thing in the world to do, but you still did it. But the reason why I vote Halo 2 is because it was a goddamn event on the weekends. Like everybody crowded in the fucking living room, and everybody, shut up, Ruby, and then everybody like everybody came over, everybody wanted to come over. Not only were, I had friends that were coming over that they wanted to hang out. They had nothing to do with Halo. They didn't want to even play Halo. They just wanted to come hang out because everybody was being passionate and stoned and drunk and having a good time playing Halo.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, I had ladies come over that they didn't give a fuck about video games, but they wanted to get high and drunk and hang out with people that were having a good time. So, like, I mean, during this time, we would, I don't know if Beef was ever there for any of them, but I know there was multiple times where we would have private LAN parties. Like, we would drag out our fucking projection screen TVs and our normal CRTs and just line them up in a row in the fucking living room, and then have all these long-ass corded wires going from one end of the house to the other end of the house, and then everybody was just playing Link Play, like...
Right, and then Six beats up on me for being a nerd.
Yeah, Six is such a fucking nerd. No, I'm not. I'm casual nerd at best. Casual nerd. I just study y'all like a journalist. That's it.
Dude, you just spent 3 minutes telling everybody about how you used to LAN party.
The nerdiest shit. Shut up, Vicer. How dare you? How dare you, FGG fanatic? No. LANer.
Oh my god.
For me, it's gonna be Halo 2. As much as I love Streets of Rage 2, it's probably my favorite beat 'em up of all time. And as much as I love the OST, hands down one of my favorite OSTs of all time, it's gonna be Halo 2 in terms of nostalgia, fun. Like, it's, to me, Halo 2 occupies the same nostalgia block as Diablo 2 for me. So
really?
Yeah.
See, I have Diablo 2 like way up there.
Oh, man. Like, I mean, for me, it was like, because I had played first-person shooters before Halo 2, but Halo 2 was like the first time in which I ever incorporated strategy strategy,
Right.
quote unquote
Yes,
strategy.
strategy.
Like, yeah, like.
By the way, he just got done telling you he was drunk and high every single time he played Halo
God.
2.
Yeah,
He's thinking of strats.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what he's thinking of.
Just hammer smash face off Goldschlager. Like, oh my god.
Goldschlager.
Yeah, bro.
I still like Goldschlager. There are people that don't fuck with it. I like some damn Goldschlager. I have no problems with Goldschlager.
I've seen Goldschlager vomited onto the pool deck in a glittery the Taco Bell mess too many times for me to care about fucking Goldschlager anymore.
All right, so we are gonna stick with Halo 2. I think
Halo 2 definitely wins. Yeah.
As much as I'd like to piss off Drewby, but no, Halo 2 wins that one.
Yeah, definitely. All right, our next one is Soul Calibur 2
we are on
and Katamari.
to Soul Calibur 2 versus Katamari Damacy.
That's right. That's right.
This might be the one where we tie on first. We'll see how this goes.
We got
Where are
Calibur
you
2.
at for Soul Calibur 2?
I love Soul Calibur 2. It was a notable improvement over the first one. It was hilarious because when we were doing this, everybody in chat was making fun of me because they were just like, Six, you're talking about Soul Calibur 1, not Soul Calibur 2. So
Right.
it's like, Lord, okie dokie. But as far as like nostalgia, there was only like 3 games from my GameCube that I used to play religiously, and Soul Calibur 2 was one of them. Like,
Yeah, I played a lot of Soul Calibur 2. I played mine on the Dreamcast.
yeah. Oh yeah.
And which
No,
possibly
that wasn't Soul Calibur 2.
It wasn't?
No, Soul Calibur 1 was on the Dreamcast.
No, then I'm thinking of the PS2 then is when I played my Soul Calibur 2.
There you go. There you go.
Still. I mean, yeah, they still have a lot of decent memories with Soul Calibur. Did Soul Calibur get more or less interesting when they started with the guest character?
At first, I was opposed to the guest characters. Because I was like, guys, it breaks the continuity of the lore and the plot, and I don't want Link in my shit. Like,
Right.
But
Yeah,
now, as an older gamer, an elder gamer, I'm just like, it doesn't make a difference.
Well, and plus, I was never really connected to any of the characters in Soul Calibur.
No.
None of them were really all that fleshed out. None of them had great stories.
No.
There was no good lore. It was really just, fight with swords.
Yeah, exactly. And Drewby, you're right. Like, the same reasons Magic nerds hate Universes Beyond. And I was, at first, the tiny little departure with Magic, at first, I did not like the Universes Beyond shit because I was just like, this does break the continuity of Magic. Magic has its own fucking environment, has its own landscape, has its own lore, and now we're putting Fallout characters and Doctor Who characters. But however, the way in which they implement the flavor of the cards with the mechanics of Magic, I was like, it's primo, it's top notch, it's really good. I really do like the Universes Beyond in Magic, so I've converted. But anyways, back to Soul Calibur.
Another issue that I have with Soul Calibur is no wrestlers.
Yeah, no grapplers, no grappler mains. Nope.
There's no like Zangief character. Yeah, there are guys with throws and may have a command grab or two.
Yeah.
But this is a game about stabbing people at great distances. How often are you going to be in range to hit a pile driver?
Yeah, and I think that's one of the best things about Soul Calibur, 1 or 2. We're talking about 2, but we'll lump them both in there. It kind of falls into the same vein as Virtual Fighter. You know, you don't really care about the story or the lore of the characters. It's just fun to play. So like, and I think that's an element of fighting games that. Because we were fighting game fucking nerds growing up, and we loved the story and the lore behind the fighting games. But Soul Calibur was
didn't have it.
No, yeah, well, it was a great game to just pick up and play. Like you didn't really need it. Like
I know there is a story, and there's a sword that eats people's souls and has an eyeball in it and shit. And, you know, but, It just didn't hit. No. I mean, I was a Killick main. Your guy on the bottom there.
Yeah.
That was my jam. Is rocking the bow staff.
Yeah, Killick was awesome.
Because I was always a Killick and Donatello. I was always into those. Of course the big staff nerds.
The big staff nerds. I was Maxi, Taki, or Killick. Yep.
Yeah, I was about to say, I remember you playing a lot of Maxi.
Yeah, I loved Maxi. It was like, Nunchaku? Yeah, all right. We'll do it. Nunchucks.
All right, so let's introduce the game that's about to beat Soul Calibur.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Universes Beyond gets more people in the door. Also, don't care about the magic lore. I'm the same way, Drewby. I used to care about the magic lore. I used to love the magic lore a lot more than I do now, but Hasbro has literally pimped it out to the point where it makes no sense, and you can't get any nostalgia for any of the sets you're playing, so the lore makes no fucking... Who gives a shit about the lore anymore?
Well, and not only that, they've gone through and they've started releasing short stories.
Yeah.
And all of the... There's like 8 different stories per set.
Yeah.
And they're not all connected, and there's not a huge continuity because there's different writers for each lore set.
Yeah.
And they just try to jam shit together, and they start clipping things off to make the puzzle pieces fit.
I mean, back in the day, Ice Age era, Urza Saga, I cared very much about the lore. I thought the lore was super, super good. Urza's a fucking dick, but... It's just a card game to me. Yeah, no, it is too. I get it. Like, I don't get really bent out of shape about the lore and all the shit that's behind it, because I'm just like, especially now, I'm a stoner pothead. I can't remember all that shit, but... Katamari Damacy!
Let's go from completely normal fighting game to weirdest fucking game we've ever played, possibly.
How did we... I was thinking about it the other day. How did we even find Katamari Damacy?
I think it was from GamePro. Like, we saw a review in either GamePro or EGM. And they were like, oh, this is the weirdest shit ever, and it's super Japanese. 4 out of 5.
I could have swore that, and I could be wrong, because, again, my memory not to be trusted. But, like, I could have swore that you and I were in GameStop, and I think you were picking up either Disgaea or Phantom Brave. And like
Disgaea.
And then the guy behind the counter was telling us about Katamari Damacy. And I remember at the time, because we were kind of entry-level otakus. We were kind of entry-level weeaboos. And like, I remember...
and the fact that the only anime that we watched was Dragon Ball Z and
Curse of the Overfiend.
Hentai.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Urasoki Doji. Yeah. Curse of the Overfiend. Yeah. That was us.
We saw those 2 things, and I eventually... rented and returned Berserk because I didn't understand it.
Yeah, I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it.
I mean,
that's so boomer.
Tell me what I'm telling lies.
So boomer. God damn. I didn't understand Berserk. So I remember the GameStop employee telling us about Katamari Damacy, and I remember having the hardest time because he didn't write it down. We didn't write it down. And I was just like, how do they spell Damacy? I was like, I don't understand, but is it Damashi? And then turns out, no, it was not. No, not at all.
All right, so I actually, my memory sucks too, but that's because I have dad's memory, not because I filled it with pot.
Well, it's also that you have your dad with dad memory. Once you have kids, all that shit goes to the wayside. It's done. But
I actually pretty vividly remember this conversation that you're talking about, and I think it is when we were... we had heard about it. It may have even been on G4.
G4, like that's where we... Yeah, that's where it came from.
We saw it on Judgment Day.
Yep, that's where it came from. Yep.
So we went into GameStop. I was picking up Disgaea, and the guy behind the counter pointed to the case for Katamari and said, "Hey, you like this Japanese game? Have you heard about this one?" And I went, "Oh, Katamari Damacy," and he went, "Oh, thank you for pronouncing it correctly."
So yeah, and it's like power nerd. Yep.
Weirdest fucking thing to be thanked for in ever. But it's like, okay, fine, we're best friends now. I don't know. I mean, it's okay, fine. And then we ended up buying the game later because I wasn't buying it for him.
Thanks for pronouncing it correctly.
Yes, that is exactly.
I would never talk to that guy again.
Oh no, we never went back to that.
No, never. Yeah,
that GameStop was dead to us.
Yeah, of course.
Never returned.
Yeah, it's like. Oh, G4, how I miss you. Yeah, I missed the original G4, not any of the iterations that came later. No, none. Like,
I loved G4. I especially loved the where they would make shows out of MMOs.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That was a really good one, which I can't remember the name of.
No.
And Code Monkeys. I fucking loved Code Monkeys.
I remember distinctly, me and my friends were tripping balls. We were tripping on acid, and like we were just scrolling through the channels, and we saw a new channel because we had DirecTV. We had 900 channels, and like.
Right.
We were scrolling through the channels, and there was a new channel called G4, and it was the first week in which G4 had just started. And I could be wrong, but I'm pretty certain for an entire week they just played Pong. until they actually started their content and their lineup. And we would be up at 3 o'clock in the morning, tripping our balls off, watching this. We're just like, why is this channel playing Pong? We don't get it. We don't. But we would tune in and just watch fucking the computer play Pong. And then all the content started in Cinematech. Cinematech was my favorite show. It was like
Cinematech was good, yeah.
Oh yeah, man, love Cinematech.
I remember absolutely hating Tommy Tallarico.
Oh yeah. That just continues on to this day. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, and also, I believe there's been some Me Too shit with him, so also fuck that guy.
Yeah,
but,
fuck that
you
guy.
know,
well, he also did a lot of stolen valor for fucking
right.
You know,
He bullshitted his way into the thing in the first place because like, oh, I worked on these games, and it turns out he contributed like a half of a OST song at one point.
Yeah, Drewby, too bad Chris Gore became a right wing dipshit. Yeah, I also felt like Adam Sessler came off like a fucking dick too. I was just like, that's who you are in real life. You're a piece of shit. But okay, all right. I still to this day I
liked Adam Sessler. I liked him.
You wouldn't like him nowadays. Not nowadays. He's showing his colors nowadays. But
damn it.
I loved Kevin Pereira, and to this day I still love Kevin Pereira. The guy
I do like Kevin Pereira.
The main host from Attack of the Show. I fucking loved Kevin Pereira. He also introduced me to Panic at the Disco back when they were good. So
nice. Do you remember Arena on
G4? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it was hosted by which American Gladiator?
Oh, was it Laser?
Nope.
Was it Turbo?
No.
I don't know who it was then.
It was Lee Hawk Rearman.
It was Hawk, that's right.
It was Hawk.
That was Hawk.
And it's like, as someone who grew up obsessed with the American Gladiators, I mean, American Gladiators and wrestling, you could just have channels with nothing but that, and I would watch it all the time.
Yeah, bro.
Fucking Hawk. That drew me into Arena, and I kept watching. I fucking loved Arena.
For sure. Vicer, it's almost like people in the industry suck. Yeah, it's weird. Never thought that.
Who'd have thought?
Yeah, weird, strange. Nerds that have no the outlet into the community in which they promote their video games to. They're shitty people.
You mean a bunch of incel misogynist assholes? What?
Yeah, it's like every time we learn that a professional wrestler is a racist Republican asshole, we're like, are you for real? Like Hulk Hogan he's a racist Republican? No.
Right, and then Hulk goes booms it up at the Republican National Convention.
Well, the thing is, it's like I kind of appreciate Hulk Hogan for what he's doing now because he's pure grifter now. He don't fucking care. He is grifting and pandering to any audience that will pay him money. So he's big. He's a reborn. He's born again Christian now, which I find fucking hilarious. Like
right. Oh, by the way, he sells T-shirts with his new HH Cross logo.
He sells Hulk Hogan. I saw it in the store.
Hulk Hogan is a Christian T-shirts. What else?
I saw it in the store over the weekend. Hold on, let me fix my webcam. My webcam keeps fucking flipping out. Like
while Six fixes that, Vicer says, I just don't understand what is there to gain from going around being a bigot. So Vicer just be's a bigot in private.
Yeah, for sure. Hulk Hogan makes his own vapes.
Oh my god.
I don't have one because I'm too afraid to buy one, but he makes his own proprietary line of vapes.
Oh my god. What does it taste like? Pasta sweat?
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
But Katamari Damacy.
Katamari.
There you go. There's a segue for you. Like
I would, before we move on, I would like to go through and say I also appreciate what Hulk Hogan is doing, but that's mainly because making Republicans unelectable to moderates.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
Keep up the good work, buddy.
Katamari Damacy was probably one of the first like weird oddball games that we really got into, like a game that
super got into.
Yeah, and I mean it is hardcore Japanesey, you know, like it is to the gills Japanesey, but like especially when we were otaku weeaboos, it filled the role, it filled the gap.
As it is so weird. It is just so oddball that it becomes endearing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is super endearing. And also, different than what we were talking about before, the OST slaps. It's really good soundtrack, too. It's weird. It's strange.
I listened to a couple Katamari songs driving to Florida, the last week.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's like what?
so yeah, we're definitely I think we're both in agreement. Katamari Damacy moves on.
Yeah, Katamari moves on, and I have another, and we'll talk about it later if it.
Well, we'll save it for the second round.
Yeah,
because...
save it for the second round. But like, I have another anecdote about Katamari Damacy, which I'm like, okay, we'll definitely need to bring that up. All right, so Katamari moves on, beats Soul Calibur 2. So sorry. BioShock.
So sorry.
BioShock Twisted Metal 2 is up next. We're gonna start with BioShock.
BioShock slaps.
Oh, whoops, that's the wrong one.
I love some damn BioShock. Yeah, that's not a BioShock character. There you go.
There we go. Oh man, yeah, no, for sure. I mean, it's so weird to be talking in terms of nostalgia for BioShock, but when did BioShock come out?
Was it 2012?
It's so weird to have any sort of nostalgia from the 2010s, like.
Damn
but
it, now I gotta look.
2007. Drewby said 2007.
Oh, it's even longer than
even
I thought.
longer.
Jeez.
Wow, BioShock's been around for 17 years. Holy shit!
I mean, there have been 3 pandemics since then.
Wow, that's crazy, man. Time is a flat
really
circle.
is.
Like,
Yeah, I mean. Time is a flat circle. Geography is a flat Earth. There's a whole lot going on.
I mean, in terms of ambiance, in terms of atmosphere, in terms of sound composition, BioShock is nailing it across the board. Like, it was a spoopy game, like, when it came out. Like, and it's not spooky in the sense, I mean, there are jump scares. I mean, it gets you with some jump scares for sure.
Yes.
Like, but even
BioShock actually has one jump scare that actually got me, because I normally am unfazed by jump scares.
Which one? What was the jump scare that got you?
I was it was in the bunny dudes area.
Yeah,
and I went to pick up one of the tape recorders.
Mm-hmm.
And I listened to the recorder and went through the whole thing. And I turned around, and there's a bunny splicer just standing there behind me, staring at me.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yep. That's what got me
Not
too.
doing a damn thing, not attacking me, just standing there. And it's like, how I've always been here.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, quick save and turn it off. I'm done for the night.
I mean, in terms of first-person shooting, the controls were remarkable, magnificent, felt smooth as hell when you were playing it. Everything felt right.
Well, and then being able to dual-wield funky-ass guns and magic at the same time.
Yeah, man. Like, it definitely created an impact when it came out. And then also, for me, even when I go back and think about BioShock, the first one, because BioShock 2... BioShock Infinite, I was like...
I loved Infinite. I played a lot of Infinite.
I thought Infinite was okay. Like, I didn't think it was bad, but I don't know. Maybe
See, I thought the story behind Infinite really hit for me. I went into the
story
lore
was really good.
lot.
The story was really good in Infinite.
Yeah.
For sure. But I think I was going to say, that was... If I had to pin it down, the most resonant memory for me with BioShock was the story. Like,
Well, and... Look at the iconic moments. I mean, Would You Kindly is still a thing in our lexicon.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Going through and braining Andrew Ryan, and then what's his name? The Fontaine.
Yeah, Frank Fontaine.
Yeah, Fontaine. The big turn there was unexpected and not telegraphed at the time.
It was a swerve. It was a swerve, bro.
But it was so well done.
It was very good.
That's what made it, and it's so good that I forced Gustavo to play it through.
Oh no shit.
Even though he is not necessarily good at shooting, and not great at figuring out how to go around. Oh well, look, you have electric. There's water there. Electrify the water.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I just want to keep shooting, and not get through anything. So I mean, yeah. The BioShock was a fantastic game. I spent a lot of time on it, and also there's this Totoro thing that I don't know.
It was very good. Yeah, we just threw it in there. It was like, why not? The Omega Nerd, you made some Totoros. Like, Vicer, BioShock is York's most hated video game? Oh, no shit. Vicer, why does York not like it?
Vicer, go ahead and kick your partner out of the house.
Yeah, for real. Like, divorce him.
Back.
Divorce York. Like,
Nope.
Oh man. So
we will settle for trial separation. That's okay too.
But BioShock is going up against Twisted Metal 2.
Good game.
Yeah, no, largely good game. I mean, we no different than what we said in the beginning. We played the fuck out of Twisted Metal 2.
Yeah, we did.
So
As a matter of fact,
much.
I spent an entire summer specifically playing Twisted Metal 2. And it was because I had fucked around in English class and gotten a D, and Mom made me go to summer school.
Oh my gosh, she made you go to summer school too?
Made me go to summer school in 9th grade.
Wow.
Because I got a D on my final report card in English.
Wow.
And I went to summer. I was allowed to pick my class. So the class I picked was website design.
Nice. So you were making some GeoShitties?
We did nothing but make GeoShitties. My final project that I got an A on with my GeoShitty site was literally I took the Titantron from The Rock's entrance.
Yeah.
Where it's just the bull head coming toward the screen saying, "Do you smell what The Rock is cooking?" And then it was just looped. And by the way, it was an entire page of 1x1 boxes with just that video screen. And that was the entirety of everything on it.
Yeah.
Besides a little GIP MIDI of the theme music.
Oh, man.
And that was my entire site. I made it the first day of class. And we spent the next 10 weeks of summer school landing all the computers together and playing Twisted Metal 2.
Yeah. Very nice. Hell yeah. Like, I can't believe Mom made you go to summer school too. She made me go to summer school 6th or 7th grade. I got a C plus in math, and she made me go to summer school for a C plus.
Summer school for a C plus?
Yeah, like I got a C plus in algebra.
Mom owes you a summer back.
I agree, because we went to summer school, and guess what? Summer school, especially in the area that we were in, summer school was for the dodo dum dums and the people that were already onto a criminal enterprise occupation. They were already rooted into it. And I was just hanging out with a bunch of fucking dodo dum dums for 2 months straight. The most dumbest remedial math I've ever done in my entire life. Like, I'd be sitting next to a kid named TJ, and he'd be having problems with simple addition, and I would literally get through the worksheet in fucking 2.5 minutes, and then just sit there and listen to ICP on my fucking portable CD player in the middle of class. Mom didn't anticipate it. She thought she was being a good mom. Turns out she wasn't, because she was just exposing me to a lot of criminal things that I didn't know before. I learned during that time how to make a makeshift the firebomb using a tennis ball and matches. So.
Oh, yeah. I remember you doing that.
Yeah, for real. Like, I won't say it here because it's borderline terrorism, but I can still do it.
John from chat saying the software at school to lock down the computers was left at the default password.
Yeah.
And we played so many games.
Oh, man.
Yes, sir.
Especially not talking about Twisted Metal, but talking about the computer lab. Me and Wee Man, we used to put fucking and they would try to delete it every 2 weeks, and we just put it right back on. We put Half-Life 1 on the system server, so every computer had Half-Life 1, and we'd just be sitting in computer lab playing Half-Life 1.
And so we took the password out, we took all the protections off, and we just played Twisted Metal 2 for 8 hours a day for 10 weeks.
Yeah.
And that was our entire class. 4 years down the road, I'm in like a legal class. Like a law and computer law class, because I was at one point interested in going to law school.
Wow.
And so I took a senior class in that.
Beef would have been a vigorous lawyer.
Oh yeah, I would have been really bad for somebody.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Because when I get into arguing, I don't stop until somebody quits, and it's more than likely them.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And I just keep changing my argument until I find something where I'm right.
It's a war of attrition. That's what
really
it is.
Yeah. So I took this legal class, and the majority of it was research, and you come up with like legal briefs, and you make closing arguments and things like that. Well, we just kind of saved all that for Googling it the day before the thing was due.
Yeah.
And we spent the time of class setting up a gambling ring, playing spades in between the different 4 computers.
Spades.
So we would have 4 people, and we'd all be betting on spades.
Wow.
Going through and playing cards.
Check you out. Invited to the
Not
barbecue.
even poker.
Spades. Wow. Oh my god. So Twisted Metal 2, I mean, I distinctly remember it mostly for the story, mostly for the endings, mostly for Calypso fucking you over every time you won. Like, unless they went out of their way to basically kill Calypso or something of that nature. But
Well, and it was very original from that point, where everybody that you're playing is basically a bad guy.
yeah,
And all of the endings were bad endings.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, you just got to Minion because you just wanted Minion the tank, like as seen here.
Right, and then we had to outlaw Minion because we'd all
yeah.
start fights with each other.
Oh yeah, well Minion was OP. There's no way you were gonna beat Minion. And I mean it was cool in the sense that they were doing the Mephistopheles kind of aspect. The devil offers.
Try that again?
No, like Mephisto. Like the devil offers you a bargain, and of course the bargain you get is it's gonna fuck you over. It's an old
right, and it was very original. And the Twisted Metal 2 was great with it. Twisted Metal Black was fantastic.
Yeah,
I
Black
greatly
was
enjoyed Twisted Metal Black.
Tremendous, yeah.
But it got to the point where, you wish to be super sweet. Well, guess what? Now your body's a gummy bear.
Yeah, exactly.
It got really fucking stupid.
Yeah, it did kind of follow some Mortal Kombat logic towards the end there. Yeah, definitely. It did.
John's suggesting a new segment, Beef's Briefs.
Beef's Briefs.
Which, to be fair, I immediately looked on the couch to see if I had any folded underwear, and I do not.
You can call it the skids.
All right, so I think we're in agreement. Twisted Metal loses.
Yeah, it's going to be Bioshock. Yeah, Bioshock wins for sure, definitely.
We have 2 more in the first round, and I am starting to come to the realization that 6 was right.
Yep, I knew for sure. All right, we're going Killer Instinct and then
the Ocarina of Tim.
The Rockarina of Tim. Very good. We're throwing in some. God, what is?
All right, so my instinct would say this isn't even really a fight, and Rockarina of Tim automatically moves on.
However, that's a no.
However, 6 doesn't like Zelda.
Nope, I don't.
And while we let the internet simmer and start lighting their torches and pitchforks,
yeah, you guys are gonna have
gather around you.
You guys are gonna have to weigh in on this chat. You guys are gonna have to, because we are going to have a tiebreaker on this one. Because I do. Yeah. We'll talk about Rockarina of Time in just a second. We'll talk about Killer Instinct right now.
Excuse me, Rockarina of Tim.
Rockarina of Tim, correct. I mean, Killer Instinct 6 doesn't like Zelda. Okay.
Drewby just left the chat and unsubscribed.
Yeah, immediately. Which I'll talk about my opinion about Zelda when we get there. But Killer Instinct, I mean, we saw it in the arcades. That's when we first saw it. We saw it as a stand-up coin op, and we played it in the arcades. Right. And then we obtained a copy of Killer Instinct. We had a copy, and then. But in reality, our primary nostalgic focus for Killer Instinct was the Killer Cuts fucking OST CD that we used to fucking play. We
went to sleep to that shit.
We did. We literally went to sleep. We would fucking play it at night and listen to it going to sleep. That was our lullaby fucking album, listening to Killer Cuts Humiliation and just laying in bed doing fucking disco maneuvers while we're trying to go to sleep.
Well, and not only that, it took us a while to figure out there was the hidden track of the Humiliation song on there.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And it was one day where we just started zoning off and didn't turn off the CD player, and it just kept playing.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden the Humiliation music comes on.
Yep.
And we both immediately woke up. What the fuck? Mm-hmm. What is that? Mm-hmm. Where was that?
And it's also, it's kind of like an unlocked memory of childhood, because it was during that time that we were also realizing that there were hidden tracks on CDs. It was like, oh, are you serious? John, go fuck yourself. How dare you? Before I forget. Oh, what a piece of shit. Yeah, we'll do some Pentiment. We'll do 10 minutes of Pentiment for sure.
I like how Orchid kills a robot by flashing it. The thing that cannot get attracted or erect.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it just short circuits him, right? The go gadget boner. Like, and we never really totally. The implication there is Bjorkid has a hairy chest. Like, that was the kind of internet rumor. Pre-internet rumor.
No. The implication is she's got giant yabos, and they're so good that you die just looking at them.
I guess. Like, I don't know why it would be a fatality though. Like, I don't get it.
Because this is '90s edgelord shit.
She has QR codes.
By the way, that may be the next prompt: is Orchid flashing the screen with a QR code for OTL.
Like we can talk distinctly about the first of all, combo breaker and the announcer. The announcer was fucking just magical for the sound drops.
Oh, wonderful! And plus, it had kill moves.
Yeah.
So I mean, all of them were dumb. But there were kill moves, and that's all we cared about at this time because it was Mortal Kombat. Mm-hmm. And if you had a fighting game, you had to have fatalities.
Well, it was also the fact that the ultra combos where you could string...
Ultra combos were cool.
Yeah, it was... Well, I think it was the first time that we ever saw a fighting game where you could do 50 hits and that was your finishing move. And it was like...
Right.
It was it fucking blew our minds, Like, we did get into the story and the lore. The story and the lore of Killer Instinct's kind of all over the place.
Non-existent. Yeah, I mean, it's there.
It's there. Like,
I mean,
it's a brother.
If somebody can legitimately quote, but they found out to be brother and sister, even though they originally loved each other, or some other, fucking Empire Strikes Back shit.
Yeah, there was some Leia Luke shit there too. Yeah, for sure. Right. Like, which was also kind of weird too, because you would think Jago is the main character, but actually, it's
Orchid.
It's Orchid. She's the main character of the game. She's the main protagonist, and they're having her show her wabos, which is just pure '90s. Like, it doesn't get more '90s than that. Like,
well, and. How did you feel about fighting Saberwolf? I have a feeling it created a reaction in you.
Me personally, I didn't like fighting Saberwolf because Saberwolf's fucking voice sampling was a dog
whimpering. Because he made the dog noises.
Yeah,
exactly.
So every time you beat him, it sounds like you're beating the shit out of a real life dog. And I was like,
that don't do for me. No, that doesn't hit.
I was like,
I hated
like
playing Saberwolf.
Yeah, not a fan whatsoever. Like. The roster itself was pretty cool for the time. Like, I dig the roster. Like, I dug the graphics. Like, even the shitty SNES. I think the bottom GIF is an SNES GIF. And like, but you know,
where Jago's doing the full screen tornado kick.
Yeah, I was like, that's not OP whatsoever. Like, that doesn't. That's fair and balanced. Like, and I don't know, man. Like, I remember distinctly playing the fuck out of Killer Instinct. So it's,
there's no wrestler in the game, which kind of No. But TJ was fantastic. I used to love playing him.
Oh yeah, TJ combo.
Played Jago a lot. And yes, it's a distinct roster of characters. Mm-hmm. Even though some of them are like stupid 90s shitlord stuff where it's, we have a fighting game. We have to have a palette swap.
Yeah.
Here's Glacius and Cinder. Why not?
Exactly.
We need more characters for this after Killer Robot with Wolverine claws. Skeleton.
Yeah,
fine.
Exactly. Yeah, for real. Like they were
skeleton that also, by the way, you can stab it and it bleeds.
Yeah.
What?
Exactly. Spinal. Like they were definitely dipping into the Mortal Kombat lore of the time. Everything was kind of filtered through a Mortal Kombat sieve. So. All
right, so I guess we move on to our first point of contention in an hour and a half.
Uh-huh.
Let's bring up the Rock Arena of Tim.
Oh, right. Beef, you should probably open up
this game, dude.
You should open up with your opinion, not mine.
I played the fuck out of this game.
Do you remember how you came across Ocarina of Time? Like, how did it get into your hands? Did you see it from a magazine, friend?
No.
Okay, thanks for letting me hang. Thanks for letting me burn.
That's a good opening. I saw an ad in Nintendo Power. Mario 64 had just come out and revolutionized everything.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, we'd never seen anything like any of that shit before.
No.
And then I still had a subscription to Nintendo Power. I did up until I left for college.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And, man, I saw Zelda. It's like, free roaming Zelda and doing all this shit. I had always loved Zelda games. And man, this game hit for me. I 100%ed it. I played it all the way through. I did everything I freaking could in this game. Yeah.
Did you play
this
with
hit hard?
Did you play with a guide or did you play virginal?
I played with a guide because
we were guide kids.
I don't play to experience games. I play to dominate games.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I don't care about what what story you're trying to convey or what emotions you're trying to bring out of me. I want to dismantle this game as much as possible, as hard as I can, and make it to where there is just I have dominated your art. That's what I have done.
Beef has been a min-maxer since day one.
Yeah, it's a character flaw. I can't help it. I'm also really shitty to play D&D with.
Did you like the jump to 3D from 2D to 3D for
It
Zelda?
took a little bit to get used to it, but yes, once I got the hang of it, it was like it was always meant to be this way.
Like butter.
Yeah. Where were you at on the Chic Zelda reveal? That I thought it was cool.
I thought it was super cool. Yeah, because I was like, okay, they're basically, they're subverting the trope. Like they're turning, instead of her being a damsel in distress, she's a secret martial artist, and she's probably more powerful than Link. Like. So,
right, Zelda being a secret badass was really cool.
Yeah, no, I liked it too, because I was just like, I don't like. It served its purpose, the damsel in distress for plot lines, but I think it's just antiquated at this point in time. I think you can do it in a way that's not pandering to women, but you should have strong female protagonists. Look at Samus all day long. So
it feels like this is the first one that we're kind of divided on.
Yeah, we are, because my opinion of the fucking 3D Link is not high whatsoever. Like, I'll give my opinion on 3D Link right now. Like,
Go for it.
Objectively, I can say that the 3D Zeldas are good games. I know they're good games. People like them. They're not for me. Like, I did not like them. I was not a fan of them. I went back and played them as an adult. Still didn't like them. Not a fan for me. But I'm not going to say they are bad games. They are not bad games. Like, inherently not bad games. They're just not games for me.
And there was a point in time in my life where this was the only style of game I played.
Oh, no shit. Yeah, oh, yeah. You definitely went through a platformer phase, that's for sure.
Oh, I mean, between this and Donkey Kong Country and, or Donkey Kong 64, whichever one it was.
Yeah.
And then friggin' Banjo-Kazooie.
Yep.
And then Jak and Daxter. And then Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah. Beef was all about these kind of games. Like,
even Ghosts and Goblins or the PS2 one that came out. That was like an updated version of this. But it was fantastic. I loved that stuff for a long time.
Yeah, Beef was playing Maximo? I was just like...
Maximo!
I was like, wow, he's hard up for this kind of genre.
Oh, this was my jam for a long time. I love Jak and Daxter, although I always liked Ratchet and Clank a little bit better. But probably just because Ratchet and Clank always, stuff some innuendo into their title. Like, up your arsenal. It's like, oh, that's clever. I'll buy that. Have my money.
The only Zelda games I got into were the originals. Was for the 2D, for the Nintendo. Just showing my boomer age here. Like, I played Breath of the Wild. I never even finished The Legend of Zelda for the Super. Like, it just...
What?
I know. I'm a fake gamer, guys. Fake gamer alert. Like,
he is, because I distinctly remember on Selection Sunday, we had the option of putting in A Link to the Past, which is also fantastic and should have been in this, and then Zelda 1 or Zelda 2. And of those three games... 6 picked the Temple of Doom out of the group.
Yeah, he picked Zelda 2. Yep, Zelda 2's on this list. It's going to win, too. It's going to win. You watch.
We'll see.
You'll see. Zelda 2 is an RPG. I don't care what all you say.
Bullshit. Whatever.
So my opinion's not super high.
I'm big on Killer Instinct. Killer Instinct was a fantastic fighting game. There are better fighting games out there.
Oh, yeah.
I think that... for what it was, Link was the best of its genre at the time that it came out as well. I spent a lot of time playing Ocarina of Time, and it affected me moving forward in the games I played for a long time.
Yeah.
So I think this is the first match where we're actually split and might need to go to chat.
Yeah, chat, weigh in. Where do you stand? Should it be the Rock Arena Tim, or should it be Killer Instinct, the true winner, the true default winner?
The first game of the two to get 2 out of 3 votes will be decided the winner.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
So you guys are good to decide this one. We will wait until you guys catch up or can get to a keyboard or start paying attention again. Or we'll just leave it open, and whatever game it was going to go against gets a bye if you guys don't answer us. That's an option 2.
We'll go to the next one, and while they tabulate their votes, we'll go to our last one for the first round bracket, which is Star Fox. Okay, we know what's going to win here.
Yeah, we know what's going to win.
We'll still talk about it. We still have memories with both games. I mean, I fucking loved Star Fox 64. So
it's a shame that Star Fox 64 had to come up against Street Fighter 3 Third Strike because there are other brackets where Star Fox 64 may have been the winner.
Yeah, would have cleared.
Yeah, could have cleared.
York,
However,
he's on our side. York's on my side. Thank you, York. Thank you for voting. We'll go ahead and give it to Killer Instinct. York decided for us.
York, it doesn't even have a wrestler in it.
It doesn't. No,
it doesn't. I mean, it's got a boxer, not a wrestler. How does that work?
We'll let chat tabulate if they want to continue to weigh in. Chat, by all means, give us your vote. Rock Arena of Tim or Killer Instinct, and then whoever has the most votes will go from there.
I feel like Vicer would probably pick Killer Instinct just to be contrarian, but we'll see.
He might.
He might have resonant memories.
He might.
Rock Arena of Tim.
He might. Worst case scenario, if it comes down to it, I'll give Rock Arena of Tim a pass because it's, I can see objectively it's, probably the better game. So.
Well, no, we'll wait until we get to the end of this round, and if nobody has chimed in with the second vote, then we'll take York's and Killer Instinct wins.
Oh wow, Beef thrown in a curve, a swerve, bro.
We said we'll leave it to chat. I mean, so if chat's not putting in.
Oh, there we go. Now we got a double tie. Yep. We got a double tie. Yep.
All right, a double tie. There's not 2 matches here. It's just a tie, you dingus.
Well, we have a tie, and then chat now has a tie.
Fine. All right. I retract the dingus. I'm a moron.
Star Fox 64, which was incredible because I didn't even like Star Fox for the Super. Like, I played it, and it wasn't big for me. And I saw Beef playing Star Fox 64. And getting down with the Rumble Pack. The Rumble Pack is kind of what sold me on it.
The Rumble Pack, where you just get into a dogfight and then you put the controller in your lap and let it have fun.
Yeah, for real. Definitely, I guarantee every chat member who ever had a Rumble Pack definitely put it on their erect 3-inch micro penis. I guarantee. I have no doubt in my mind, 0 doubt. Y'all are a bunch of coomers. Like, you definitely put the Rumble Pack on your genitals while playing Star Fox 64.
So Vicer's already putting in his vote against Star Fox. Not voting on the match in question, but no, just you're straight to hating Star Fox.
That's what he does. Coming makes you weak.
Yeah, edging that's how you build your strength up.
I mean, even outside of the memes for Star Fox 64, like, for an N64...
Do a barrel roll!
Do a barrel roll! Like,
do a barrel roll!
Even, I mean, just the sound drops, the sound samples for the N64 were pretty fucking good for the time.
They were.
It's fully voice acted, like, and you were just like, oh my god, Falco's talking to me? Peppy's actually talking? Slippy won't shut the fuck up!
Slippy.
Like, yeah.
Fuck Slippy.
I was like, handle your own, Slippy. You have guns on your ship, all right? Fuck. I'm over here getting blown to shit by Star Wolf. What the fuck?
I got so tired of Slippy. He threw it on me, Spock, save me!
Yeah, no, for sure. I was just like, God, it made me hate frogs for the rest of my life. Like,
hate Slippy so damn much. That is the only negative of this game, is Slippy ruined some of my resonant memories.
Oh, yeah, he did, because he's a piece of shit. He's worthless. Like,
right?
Do you remember how you even come across the Star Fox 64?
Well, I had played the SNES one, and I'm sure I saw an ad through Nintendo Power.
Yeah, so it's just like the natural progression.
Just like the natural progression. I saw all of the ads for everything that Nintendo put into Nintendo Power, and then I bought all the ads.
Mm-hmm.
I bought all the games that were advertised, and Nintendo brainwashed me.
Oh,
I was a big Nintendo guy.
Yeah.
Forever.
For sure, definitely, without a doubt. I mean, I was a huge Sega kid, but mostly to be contrarian. That doesn't sound like me at all, but like,
No,
I still loved me some fucking Nintendo though. I got down with the Nintendo. I joyfully traded the Sega Genesis for the Super Nintendo every other weekend when our parents had split custody of us on the weekends. So,
all right, so the winner of this match, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike.
yeah, of course it's gonna be. I mean, like I said, we feel bad for Star Fox 64 because it was a fantastic game, tremendous game. It's not going to beat Street Fighter 3 though. It won't. Not in terms of nostalgia. Not a chance.
No.
Not a chance.
Nope.
Nope.
It is not going to beat it.
Nope.
Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, the best fighting game ever made.
Yep. Yep. For at least for me and Beef. Yeah. For definitely. Like, I mean, to this day.
There is no qualifier. The best fighting game ever made.
Yeah. Which is funny because the roster is garbage.
It is. But it is so well made.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, outside of 12 and Q, the balance is just you can technically, and maybe not Remy, but you can technically, you got a fighting chance basically whoever you pick. Like,
well, and even when we played 12 and Q, we would find ways to make it effective enough.
without a doubt.
And we could beat any character against each other with every other character.
Yep. Yeah, because I mean, Beef. I will just go out there and throw it out on a limb. This is the game that me and Beef played the most together, like because it spanned years, like a literal decade of us playing Street Fighter 3 tournaments.
It would get to points where I would come to visit Dad, and Six was living with Dad at the time, and even if I didn't feel like having a tournament, even if I was sick with flu and hadn't slept, we would go through and have a tournament. And when I say tournament, I mean that we would play best of 21.
Yeah.
So first to 10 wins. You cannot pick your own characters. You had to use random select all the time.
All the time.
And because the game didn't come with its own natural random select, we took a D20 because there were 19 fighters, and whatever you rolled is what you had, and if you rolled a 20, you could pick.
Yep, choice bitch.
Choice bitch.
And of course, if either one of us got choice bitch, I would choose Ken, and Beef would choose Akuma.
Ryu.
Oh, Ryu?
No, Ryu was my guy in this one because Akuma took too much damage.
That's true, yeah. Oh, God, I would get hit with the Shin Shoryuken every fucking time. And
I remember, like, the first week that we ever had the BroDown, I finished you off with a Shin Shoryuken,
Literally just Apocalypse Now flashbacks of Vietnam just playing before my eyes, like fucking Frankie, standard Tony rules, very good. What's going on, Frankie Milk Trucks? Glad you could join us, brother.
By the way, I think that I have always thought that there needs to be a video game championship series where the games are randomly selected and all the characters had to be randomly selected, and just who was the best at all of these games, and that's how you decide the real champion.
Yeah, no, for real. Like, I'm down with that. Like, Frankie is how they do it.
No mains, only random select.
Random select. I mean,
Frankie, you just dropped in. Thank you for joining us. Frankie, put in a vote for us to break this tie. Yeah. Which one wins, Killer Instinct or Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time?
We already know Frank's vote. It's going to be Killer Instinct, of course.
Like, yeah, absolutely. But we'll let Frankie say it, so that way he feels like he has some agency.
No, look at that.
Oh, never mind. Vicer.
I knew Frank would say Killer Instinct is fucking ass.
Oh, but Frankie, too late. Vicer got in with the Killer Instinct right before Frankie.
Oh, now we got a double tie. Like,
nope. It's first to 2. So Killer Instinct wins.
Wow, you're gonna do that? You're gonna do that to Frank? Holy shit! What a monster!
The first to 2.
Look at that. You see how he did that, Frank? He solicited you for it, and then he was like, "Nah, fuck you."
Visor specifically waited until Frankie showed up
Oh,
just to go through and throw Killer Instinct in his face, and also eliminate Ocarina of Time in front of Frankie.
Visor just
What a prick!
He's just swimming around the chum bucket. He was waiting for it. Oh my god, man, that's fucking hilarious.
Well, there we go. We have our next round all set up. Round 2, finally, is now No Mercy going against Hades, Super Metroid against Halo 2, Katamari Damacy faces Bioshock, and Killer Instinct versus Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. Battle of the fighting games to close out that round.
Yeah, man. Okay, so No Mercy against Hades.
Yes, No Mercy and Hades.
And we're going pure nostalgia, nothing else, just nostalgia. Oh man, that's gonna be hard. Nostalgia. Nostalgia. I'm going to vote for No Mercy in terms of nostalgia, even though I had probably more fun playing the game with Hades. But if we're going nostalgia, it's going to be No Mercy for me.
I'm going to go with Hades.
Wow, another tiebreaker.
I liked Hades so much. I enjoyed this game that like I said, I broke my iPhone playing this game.
Oh my god.
So
they had Hades beat Xenogears.
I don't even think Xenogears is on the list.
It's not.
No, we totally forgot about that franchise.
Because I don't think we played enough Xenogears. Like, I don't have any.
I can agree with, we probably have more nostalgia with No Mercy, but I just enjoyed Hades so damn much. I can't do it. I've got to keep Hades going if I can.
All right.
So chat, you guys get to decide now. Hades or No Mercy.
Yep.
The first game to get 2 out of 3, no matter how long Frankie waits to throw in his vote. The first game to get 2 out of 3 is what moves on. No Mercy or Hades.
Yep. Indeed.
Oh, Frankie already said Hades.
All right, Hades. Very good. Oh, John, there
John,
it is.
Hades it
there
is.
It is.
Thank you,
All right,
John.
Hades goes on to the next one. Very good.
All
Very
right, Hades moving on. That was much more orderly than the first time we tried to involve you pricks.
Frankie Singles. Frankie Singles that's Frank's Magic the Gathering name. So we have to distinguish between the two. Craft Singles and Frankie Singles.
All right,
what's the next round?
This one might upset Drewby. It's going to be Super Metroid versus Halo 2.
Wow, that's going to be brutal. Okay.
See, Super Metroid, that might clear for me, because Super Metroid is just such a perfect game.
Yeah, it is.
There is no bad parts of Super Metroid.
There is one bad part.
There is not any bad parts of Super Metroid. Just because 6 might be a functional R trying to jump up the walls.
The wall jumping section, the forced tutorial for wall jumping with the Ectoroons is the worst part of the fucking game. Literally knocks it down 0.5 points down to a 9.5 from a perfect 10. So
no, perfect 10 just because you sucked at it doesn't make it's not the game's fault.
This is Halo 2 that we're going up? Yeah, Halo 2. Oh man, nostalgia.
Boo.
Boo. Yeah, Frank, that completely optional thing you hate because skill issues, very valid. Shut up, Frank. Shut up. How dare you?
Thank you, Frankie.
How dare you come in here?
I knew you were the cousin I love the most.
And spout the truth. It's for me. Oh man, it's hard.
It's tough, isn't it?
It's super because I'm just going pure nostalgia, not favorite series. You know, like because if it's favorite series, Metroid is my top 3 favorite series of all time. So it's just like, but nostalgia in terms of nostalgia, the well is deep for both. Like
it is, and when we were children, we used to play Super Metroid at my dad's house in the back room, which was a converted porch.
Yep.
So in the back sunroom where it got fucking hot as hell.
Oh god, 96 degrees. Yeah, 96 degrees all year long.
So obviously that's where you keep all your kids' electronics.
Yeah. Oh, yep. Naturally.
So we hooked it up to the TV back there. and Dad stored shit sometimes.
Yeah,
he was half a
hold
hoarder
on.
at points.
Let me paint the scene for what this room looked like. As soon as you enter in the room, on your left is a gigantic freezer, like a standalone freezer that all it has is the cloistered treasures of bagel bites and pizza rolls and weird meat that hasn't been opened yet for 3 fucking years. But this freezer put out a gigantic amount of heat, and then directly above the freezer on the wall, this tiny little window for the bathroom shower. That, again, why would you have a tiny window that goes into an office area? But it's like, who are you talking to between the fucking shower and the office area? Which is strange because it had this little slide fucking window that you open to talk to somebody in the office room and then fucking close it. And then you go into the room, and to your left is a gigantic piano. Some strange, weird church organ piano that our father would get down and sit and play the entertainer, And
a stand-up piano, and it's the only song Dad knows. Neither Six or I can play the piano.
No, not at all. Then there's 2 couches to the right, directly adjacent of the piano. One couch has no cushions in the bottom of it. It's just the frame of a fucking couch. And the other couch is upside down on top of that fucking couch.
Right, so hold on. It's a couch, not even facing forward.
Yeah.
A couch facing to the back wall with another couch facing to the back wall on top of the other couch.
Yeah. And then there's and then so you go all the way to the other wall of the room, and in the corner of this room there's a rhombus shaped fucking desk, or a table, not a desk. It's laminate white porcelain fucking rhombus shaped desk, and then on top of that is like a 17-inch CRT TV.
Right. So this CRT TV was put in a perfect place to where we could angle it toward the couch witch that Drewby has named it.
Yeah, it was a couch witch. Yeah.
And I was maybe 9 or 10. 6 was like 7 or 8. And we would pull out the bottom of the couch witch so that we could crawl into this pre-made couch fort that is specifically put there for us, so we assumed.
Yeah.
And we would thread the controller through the cushions in the corner of the couch that we could just see through enough that we could see the television screen. And because we were like crouching our head down trying to squint and see through it, we thought it looked like a periscope, and we played Super Metroid while riding a couch submarine.
Yeah, we would always like have this little imaginary fort playing Super Metroid. Like, because I used to, when I was a kid, I didn't even play Super Metroid. I just watched Beef play Super Metroid. I got all my kicks watching Beef play Super Metroid.
And we got to the point where I just would go up to Six and go, "Hey, you want to play Submarine?" And he went, "Yep." And we would go into the couch witch and thread the controller through, and I would start playing Super Metroid for hours.
Yep. Oh yeah.
By the way, sweaty as shit, hot as hell, 150 degrees in between the 2 couches in a sunroom with all of Dad's weird shit put in there.
Yeah, literally electronic typewriter that our father got mad and fucking punched the digital readout screen on it because he can't figure out how to hunt and peck his invoices. I don't know who that sounds like.
And then also trying to clear the steam out of the room from the drive-through shower window.
Yeah.
That is in the room for some reason.
Yeah. That's what it was. It was just drive-through window. It was a straight
up
drive-through
window for the shower. I don't know why we had that.
I don't know, man. Weird architecture in Florida.
Was this Anne's version of the people behind the painting?
Could be. Oh, nobody wants to see that. That was like nobody wants to see that. It was just like this lady had no idea that our father was gay, and I was just like, "Lady, you've been married for what, 6 years? You've only had sex with him twice? Come on, figure it out, Jesus Christ!" Like, in
her defense, she was very British. She probably just thought it was normal.
Yeah, probably. There's a good chance, guys. In terms of nostalgia. In terms of enjoyment with nostalgia, in terms of event, what happened, I actually vote for Halo 2, which is, I feel disgusting even saying it.
Well, you just lost his viewers. You're wrong.
Oh man, I feel disgusting saying it because I love Super Metroid. It's one of my favorite video games of all time. But if we're talking nostalgia and memories and things that we did with friends and everything like that, it's Halo 2.
Chat's already Chat is already devolving into yelling at each other about these games.
Halo 2, Metroid.
Halo 2, please.
What do you vote, Beef?
I'm going with Super Metroid.
Wow.
Yeah, it's 100. It's got to be Super Metroid for me.
Wow. Damn, you see
there's
how
a
Beef just
chance
left me
that Super
hanging there?
Metroid clears for me.
Oh man, and it's so in terms of OST, I mean, I prefer Super Metroid. The OST still fucking slams to this day. Like,
so all of your fun memories with Halo 2, where you're drinking and sexing and having drugs, I wasn't a part of any of that.
no, not really. No, yeah, that's
No.
true. He wasn't. Yeah, Beef wasn't around very much during that time. He was around for some of our Halo 2 memories, but not a lot of them.
Right, so all the fun having that 6 does, make sure it doesn't involve me, which still continues to this day on vacation. You fucking cunt.
Beef was 10 minutes away from me. I'm like, nah, no visitors this week. So sorry.
Don't want to see it. No,
we're closed for business. Like,
I'm too busy billing and having sex.
yeah, pretty much. Like, at both at the same time. Well, chat, you're gonna have to break this one up too.
Chat. The voting starts now. First game to get 2 wins.
There it is. Fuck you, Mr. Metroid. Halo 2 wins. Yeah, Halo.
All right,
Look at Droopy. Just
Drewby's going for Halo 2. If you say Halo 2 better than Super Metroid on nostalgia-wise, then hey, put in your vote and Halo 2 wins. It's 1-0 Halo. Oh,
Vicer Metroid, who's with me? And he pinned it. Vicer's using all of his power as a mod to get there.
Oh, that's mean.
God.
All right, it's 1-1. Next person to pick decides the winner.
There it is. Oh, John got it. John got it. With Metroid.
John's
there it is.
citing it.
John, no!
John, no! Oh, Metroid takes. It was much closer than I thought it would be.
You work for micro shit. You can't betray me. Droopy's getting fucked. I don't even like Metroid.
I don't even like Metroid. Oh, we lost me. Vicer just choosing based on the gifts.
Yeah. Oh god, man. Oh, I feel bad for Droopy. Droopy's just like he's done with the show. I have no nostalgia for Halo. I had no friends. Right. Like, what's our next one? Like,
hold on a second, because I need to ask you about something, because I saw it in chat. Frankie and Vicer were talking, and they were saying that Beef is going to be a part of Fish Tank. And I am not. I have no idea what that is. I don't know what's going on.
I don't either. I have no idea. Like, this is. It's got to be. It's got to be a reference that they're doing with themselves. I have zero idea.
I mean, they said that you're going to come in and be a freeloader too. So you're apparently going to be a part of this.
This has to be an inside joke. That's the only thing I can think of. Because I know that technically it's Vicer's company, Fish Tank.
I mean, I'll come in on Fish Tank. I had no problem coming in on Fish Tank.
It's a great name for a company. It's Fish Tank.
Right. I will be an investor on the ground floor. I thought Frankie was doing some like new Shark Tank style streaming show and calling it Fish Tank.
One of my favorite lores with Vicer is that Vicer has his own Discord called the Ditch, which is a great name for a Discord. But Vicer had told me that when he was coming up with names for his Discord, he was going to call it the Chum Bucket.
Right, and remember we were going to have the streaming show called the Chum Bucket.
Yeah,
I remember that too.
I fucking love it. Yeah, everybody who's in chat, if you're watching my stream, go follow Vicer7. He's fucking hilarious. Like, he's a gorgeous man. He does gorgeous streams. I love it.
Yeah. Vicer has the Ditch. Drewby has the Pit. I'm thinking of starting my own Discord called the Crevasse.
The Crevasse. Ribbon candy.
Which, by the way, that's a joke that I wrote a long time ago. Is they need to make a Gap store for fat guys and call it Crevasse.
No, Vicer's right. You're gonna have the Gunt. Like, that's you. Okay, who's the next? Who's the next seed here?
Let's see. We got that round. All right, Katamari Damacy.
BioShock.
versus BioShock.
Oh, it's easy. Clears. Easy. All right, well, hold on.
Well, you say it's easy. I want to know what you think is easy, because this is kind of a tough choice for me.
Okay, if we're going straight nostalgia for me, it's gonna be straight nostalgia. Like, let me get some visual representation here. If it's straight nostalgia, it's gonna be Katamari for me, because, and this is why. Katamari, no different than DDR, got me laid. Like, because I invited a gal over for community college, a gal that I was flirting with, and I had told her about video games, and she wasn't into DDR, but I was like, oh, and I have since figured this out by now. Like, women, if you have a female gamer, not a female gamer, if you have a girlfriend that doesn't play video games, Katamari Damacy is a way to get them into video games. And she started playing it. She was a huge fan of it. We had sex later, so.
I can confirm, because I got Mrs. Beef to play I Heart Katamari on the Xbox.
It is. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And she played a ton of Katamari Damacy with me, and she's not a huge gamer at all.
Nope. If you want to get any ladies into gaming, make them play Katamari Damacy or Animal Crossing or Stardew Valley. Done.
Which is the weirdest thing in the world, because, like, hey, baby, how's about this weird-ass Japanese game where you roll up Japanese people and destroy entire countries to make a planet out of?
Real.
Is that getting you wet, honey?
Yeah, oh yeah, big time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I vote Katamari. That's my vote.
Oh, look at the size of this ball, sweetie. What's that do for you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Have you ever wanted to suck up the continent of Malaysia? Or the continent? Shit.
The continent of Malaysia.
The country. Jesus Lord.
All right, Vicer, go ahead and clip that for him so we know about Six's geography habits.
No, Vicer got a clip last night of me, or yesterday of me, fucking screaming at John for adding time.
John!
And it's like, John! God!
I saw it. That was a good clip.
Fucking Miss Egypt pointed it out to me last night. I was like, oh, Vicer made a clip? What did he clip?
John!
Just me screaming John's name.
Just you, Homer, yelling at John like you're from The Simpsons or some shit.
What do you vote, Beef?
I gotta go with Katamari on this one.
All right, wow, Katamari, very good.
I love BioShock. I'm a huge fan of BioShock. I think it's fantastic, great series. I'm excited that it's coming back and they're doing another one. I kind of want Katamari to come back.
Yeah.
I still sing Katamari songs. They are still in my rotation. It is such a weird damn game. And it is so unique.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
There is nothing like it besides other Katamari games.
Yeah.
So,
and it's a very simplistic, easy to pick up game too. Like, it's not.
It really is.
It's not complicated. Like, it's you basically just use the joysticks. That's all you use. So.
Mrs. Beef coming downstairs, she must have heard that I was talking about her playing Katamari Damacy on the Xbox.
There it is.
And her experience. Oh, she actually smiled because she remembers and has good memories of it too. So,
yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, Drewby, we kept adding so much time. Yeah, you guys were bastards. I'm going to have to rethink the ad times. Like, we're going to have to make those. I was like, oh, this is exactly what I didn't want, is you fuckers making me play Cheetah Men 2 for 37 minutes straight.
I was just about to redeem Cheetah Man 2 ad time for you right before Vicer did.
Oh, man.
Vicer got it right there at the end.
I closed out with the last 48 seconds. I was like, nah, we're done. I
even said stop this so nobody can buy it anymore.
I even said I wasn't going to rage quit, and I still rage quit because I was like, we've had enough, guys. Vicer, I respect Katamari for being what it was during a sea of first-person shooters games of the time. Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And that adds a lot to the nostalgia of it as well, is because there was just all Call of Duty and Halo
for sure.
All this stuff that requires skill. And it's like, no, I'm not playing any of that.
No, not at all.
So speaking of requiring skill, the last match of round 2 is Killer Instinct versus Third Strike.
Wow. Oh, okay. We know
you went wow like it's not a foregone conclusion.
Yeah, we know where this is gonna go. Come on,
right?
Now. Come on.
A very good fighting game versus the best fighting game of all time.
Yeah, it's clear. Third Strike clears. It's all day long. Third Strike clears. If we're going straight nostalgia and fun and enjoyment that we had with it, it's. I mean, we did play the shit out of Killer Instinct for sure, but we played a lot more Third Strike, more.
We played the shit out of Killer Instinct. We developed an entire format and battle structure to play Third Strike.
Yeah.
religiously.
Not only that, but actual fucking house rules, because we would argue
Oh,
and
yeah.
bitch and get fucking mad at each other and oh my god.
To
Lord.
save our relationship and to stop us from hitting each other physically,
Yeah.
we had to say, Elena's healing is outlawed.
Yep, banned. Gil is banned outright. Can't play as Gil.
No, cannot play as Gil. Also, you're not allowed to do more than 3 throws per match.
Which is so ridiculous that we were keeping count of our throws.
Right, and we would argue about how many throws we used.
Yep.
And get loud to where Dad had to tell us to shut up before because we're screaming about, that was 2.
Yep.
That was 2.
Like,
no, it wasn't. It was 1.
You couldn't do the same move twice in a row. So you couldn't spam the same.
If you did it twice in a row, you got a free throw.
You got a free throw. You couldn't corner. Yeah. Cornering wasn't allowed, which is ridiculous in a fucking fighting game. We got so mad about cornering ridiculous. Though. So mad. Like, oh my god.
I think we had to loosen up on cornering. I think because there was no way to enforce it.
No, and especially once our play skills with the characters got good. I mean, if it's look, that's just a fighting game. If you get your opponent in the corner, you're winning. Like that's just how it goes. Like
pretty much.
You got to figure out a way out of the corner. That's on you, boo. So, but yeah, we had ridiculous rules for Third Strike because my god, just nonstop bitching.
We are down to the semis of this quadrant. There are 3 matches left. The 2 winners of these next 2 matches are going to fight each other.
Wow.
The first match that coming up is Hades versus Super Metroid.
Oh my god. Okay, Hades and Super Metroid. Well,
I appreciate that every time 6 goes and does the oh my god, even though it's not that bad of a choice.
Yeah, okay. Well, in terms of nostalgia, it's going to be Super Metroid, of course.
Yeah, I have to jump off the Hades train at this point. You had a good run, boys.
Yeah, for real.
Hades is really good. I love this game. Super Metroid defined our childhood.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, for real. Like, I mean, Super Metroid set me up for all other subsequent Metroids because it wasn't the Nintendo Metroid. I fucking hated Nintendo. I mean, I played the shit out of the regular Nintendo Metroid, but looking back, it's a dusty ass game. It's not a very good game. So,
well, we played the shit out of it because Sean played the shit out of it, and Sean got us into it.
Exactly. I mean, Sean was our first our uncle Sean was our first kind of example of speed running because he would be able to beat the game before an hour, and we would beg him and be like, Sean, beat Metroid under an hour. We want to see it beaten under an hour. And he'd be like, okay.
And he did.
Yeah, he did.
And also, he got a big kick out of showing us swimsuit Samus.
Oh, of course, because he's a horny bastard. So
right, and he didn't quite understand that we were 7.
Yeah,
and didn't give a shit.
Well, I mean, I would go into Sean's bedroom when we lived at the duplex and check out the back VHS copies of his Penthouse forum videotapes that he had. So
but you didn't know what you were looking at because you were 5.
Yeah, no, I know, but I was like, boobs? These are boobies? This is what it looks like underneath the clothes? Okay.
Doesn't she get cold?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel. Do I get these later? Is this something that happens to me? Like, I was like, babies come out of the belly button, right? Like, how does that work? Like,
I didn't know they can hold. They could do the splits that far.
When I was like 5 or 6, I literally thought that men were the ones having the babies. I thought men had the babies through our belly buttons, and like, yeah, no concept of sex. No, couldn't figure that shit out. Yeah.
Okay, I think you were just mentally stunted.
No, without a doubt, it was the fucking the paint chips, like for sure. Like it's gonna be Super Met. Super Met wins.
So I'm sorry that apparently the Super Metroid couch submarine fried your brain to where you thought men had babies through their belly button.
Yep, that's how we did. That's how we did. Still to this day, I'm still on the fence about it. I'm just like,
I mean, you haven't been proven wrong.
That's right. Exactly. I mean, women. Technically, women do have babies out of their belly buttons. They just have to open up like a C-section.
So Super Metroid has been passed on to the finals of the Moon Children division.
Nice, as it should.
We're gonna go ahead and just make the finals now, and just Third Strike beats Katamari Damacy.
Yeah, it does. Third Strike does beat Katamari Damacy. I feel bad for Katamari because
It's a wonderful game, and it was good for it to get to the top 16.
It was.
It is one of our top 16 nostalgia champion games of all time.
Yes.
It's not beating Third Strike.
No, it is not.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Super Met versus Third Strike.
Super Metroid versus Third Strike, and I think as soon as I saw the bracket, it always had to be this way.
Yeah. It was.
What's one of the other gifts that you have for Super Metroid? Because you've used those same gifts for the whole.
All right, hold on. Let me get another one. Hold on, I'll move it around just 1 second. Where was Super Met? There it is.
By the way, Gil's Super there, fucking bastard of a Super.
Ridiculous Super. It's garbage.
Right?
Especially when the computer opponent fucking does it to you.
Or when Gil used Resurrection.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
That was one of the reasons why the Gil was banned, because we could not. We were just like, no Resurrection, no healing. I was just like, that ain't gonna work. That's gonna.
We've done the damage. We can't deal with doing more damage.
No. All right. Well, in terms of nostalgia, pure nostalgia.
This is the one that's gonna hurt. This is the painful one, I think, for us.
It hurts me. Yeah, it hurts me right now, even saying it and think, because I was like, oh yeah, the tube to Meridia, and you break it, and you didn't know that you could break it, and you're just like, oh my god, like it's gonna be Third Strike though. I feel so bad for Super Metroid. I fucking love Super Metroid so much, but it's Third Strike.
This honestly hurts my soul.
Yeah.
Because Super Metroid would win probably any other division.
Yep. If this was not based on nostalgia, Super Metroid clears Third Strike all the way across.
But with the amount of time that we've played Third Strike.
Yep.
And I have said it consistently. Third Strike is the best fighting game of all time.
Yeah. I would agree.
Just dead stop.
It's my number one, that's for sure. Definitely.
There are potential 2D platformers or adventure games that that you could go through and say are up there with Super Metroid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you can say the same for Street Fighter 3 Third Strike.
No, I mean, we even tried with other fighting games to kind of like build and base a third.
Oh yeah,
strider.
we tried to do Tekken Tag Tournament. Mm-hmm. We tried to do Virtual Fighter. Mm-hmm. We tried to do Mortal Kombat.
Mm-hmm. And it just didn't work.
We would always go back to Street Fighter 3 Third Strike.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where Six would just go, "Do you want to do a tournament?" And I knew exactly what he was talking about, and we would go and do it. There have been times where Six bribed me to do a tournament.
Oh, many times, yeah. I was a fiend for Third Strike. Or when I got to the point where, first there was 2 years where Beef would just walk my ass, just dog walk my ass all around the block on fucking.
And that was when we because we first started playing on the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
We started playing this game on the Dreamcast when I was one of the only 18 people in America that had it.
Yeah.
And we bought Third Strike, and that was our introduction to Third Strike. And it's like, oh, we like Street Fighter. This is the third one. Sure, it's going to be good. And it was. And we played Street Fighter 3 for 2 years.
Yep.
On the worst controller for fighting games imaginable.
Absolute worst. The digipad on the fucking Dreamcast literally just shredded your thumbs every time you played it.
The absolute dog water tier level of fighting game controllers.
Yeah.
And we played the hell out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Over and over and over. We went on vacation one time with Heart Attack Stepdad and Mouth Alpha.
Yep.
And we went on vacation. They were up front in the truck pulling a giant camper trailer.
That's right. Yep.
Which they had connected to the battery of the truck. And we just about drained the battery of the truck playing Street Fighter 3 on a 12-inch camper television.
Yeah, sure did. Sure did. Also,
I'm not even sure it had more than 8 colors.
Oh, man. Also, probably one of the like sketchiest, scariest things we've probably ever done is ride in the back of a fucking camper on the, because like
giant road trip, not sure where we're going. By the way, going through the mountains and around curves.
Yeah, no seatbelts in the back camper. Like
none.
So if they take a hard left, you're getting floored. You're falling down. Like super dangerous, super redneck. Shouldn't have done it. Illegal as fuck, but
right.
Like,
So, yeah, as much as it pains me to say, there's not going to be a tie here. It is Street Fighter 3.
yeah, Street Fighter.
Street Fighter 3 Third Strike moves on. It is the champion of the Moon Children division.
Wow.
We have our first member of the Final Four still in the running for the Golden Asterisk. Is Street Fighter 3 Third Strike. You want to throw the asterisk up there with the Street Fighter 3 gifts?
Let's get it right there, and then we'll do the Street Fighter 3 gifts for the...
Yeah, there you go. The Golden Asterisk. It's what we all came here for.
I mean, I did promote everywhere that Street Fighter 3 was going to clear, so I was like, I warned everybody. Everybody knew. Rigged!
I mean, it was. But at the same time, I could have argued for Super Metroid. Vicer was already voting for Metroid in chat.
Yeah.
So if we wanted to, but I could not honestly make the argument. It's Third Strike, early favorite to win the whole damn thing.
Vicer, I just want to see the world burned. I understand, brother. I understand. Oh, Johnny.
I'm not sure how that's going to go.
He's doing a wrap-up. Wow. Okay. I mean, I'm game if Beef's game, because...
Yeah, we've never done the live BroDown wrap-up before.
No.
What you guys... so for anyone who wasn't around... The one time that Six forgot to turn the stream off and immediately his butthole puckered because he was worried we were shit-talking all his friends at once.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Yeah. I was just like, oh, I hope it didn't say anything bad.
And I have a clip for it in the clip collection, and the first thing he says is, I'm deleting this anyway. So we'll do a wrap-up where we talk to ourselves and review going up about... the things we talked about. It's like, oh, good show. And you trying not to jerk each other off for 10 minutes before we get off the Discord phone.
For sure. Not a problem. All right, let me boot up Pentiment. We got to do Pentiment. For
real quick,
Sure.
I do want to tackle that YouTube video I sent you from the Olympics opening ceremony.
Okay.
It's 2.5 minutes.
All right, hold on. Let me do that then.
I want to get your reaction in real time to this.
Okay. All right, hold on. It's the video you sent in YouTube or Discord?
Yeah, it's in your chat.
Okay. It's Gojira. Fuck yeah, I love Gojira, man. Gojira are such an awesome fucking band. They're super good, man.
It's Gojira, and Gojira made an appearance at the Olympic opening ceremony in France on Friday night.
Nice.
I am not super familiar with Gojira. I want to know more.
They're really, really good. I didn't know they were a French band, though. Like,
yeah.
At least everything that I read said they were French. I was like, no shit, I didn't know they were French. That's cool. Like,
all right, so I want to get your reaction in real time. I'm not going to preface this. I'm not going to tell you anything about it besides the fact that you know it's Gojira.
Yeah.
And I want to see how you react to this in real time.
Okay. All right, hold on. Let me bring up Firefox's volume. We'll crank up the volume. We're going to turn the primary monitor on. Primary monitor is on. All right, we're going to watch it. Beef won't be able to hear it because I'm not sharing it with him.
Hold on. I'll turn on.
Ah, damn, that was super good, man. That was worthwhile.
Right?
Oh, God. We got lo-fi, the video game beats. All the New Jack shit we didn't get to.
Aren't you happy that I showed you that?
Ah, fuck yeah, man. I love Gojira. Love Gojira.
Well, you would not think that would be at the opening games of the Olympics.
No, that's not. No. I definitely would not pick Gojira to be at the opening games of the Olympics. No, not at all.
Well, France is like, oh, well, you're the French, go play.
I kind of like the French and the fact that they'll do whatever they want. They don't really give a shit. Like,
well, and it was really funny listening to super sports guy Mike Tirico and Peyton Manning and Kelly Clarkson talking about Hard Rock decapitated women.
Yeah, for sure.
The Olympics.
Oh my God. All right, let's see if we can get Beef back.
While you're getting this up, I did go through and watch the entire opening ceremony, so like all 45 hours of it. It took forever. That was the coolest part, but they also, they lit up the Eiffel Tower with an amazing light and pyro show.
Nice.
That was incredible. And I'm not even huge into her, but Celine Dion killed it.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, she came back because I guess she's having like some brain issues.
Yeah, she got cancer.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Cancer.
So she came. She did a concert standing like 500 feet up on the Eiffel Tower with the light show going on, and dude, that was fantastic.
She did. Do you believe in love after love? Like
No, she sang some French song. I couldn't tell what they were saying.
no. Oh God, I don't remember where we were. Oh, we're taking like a tour. We convinced this gal to. Oh, here we are. Okay, Suzanne.
This is the chapel where we all gather for mass and liturgy. It's the oldest part of the convent. And the most drafty.
Hello again, Sister Gertrude.
Man, for being a fat chick, she gets around everywhere.
Oh,
doesn't
yeah,
she?
man.
Wasn't she just on the other side of the abbey?
Underneath that cloak, 4 other legs that makes her run faster.
No, underneath the cloak, she has a jazzy. Or she's got one of those, oh, God, what is it? A hoverboard. That's what she's got. The sisters have done some minor retouches over the years, but it has represented the abbey from its earliest days.
Ah, there's still the tower and the library. The cloister is still being constructed here.
Yes, the tower has been burgerified long before the structure became a monastery.
A Bergfried, a freestanding defensive tower not built for permanent habitation. Well, that's good to know.
Yeah, that's what I said, burgerified.
Yeah.
The Dutch gifted it all the Benedictine order after the Holy Roman Empire grew. They had no use for it as a keep. These walls have protected Tussie from attacks of spirit and steel for generations.
There's some Latin here too, but I can't read it very well.
Well, neither can beef, so you're screwed.
Somebody call Tonio. Tonio Alejandro, get him in here.
He'll get here in 5 weeks.
Yeah.
And God called the Lady Sabine to lead our sisters and brothers in 1261. Lord Kearsouth's castle was destroyed by fire in the year of the death of Emperor Frederick JJ.
Uh-oh.
Only the tower remained. Not even that illustration guy who ran in after all them books.
We got a JJ reference here. Me and JJ, we're having channel wars right now. She's a disgusting, degenerate piece of shit, and I can't stand her. Don't mention her name here.
Thank you, Sister Suzanne. Yes, the first lists the Abbey's founding date. The Lady Kearsau was actually the one to suggest the old castle be turned into a double monastery.
Oh, double monastery.
We added the second shortly after the revolt.
Oh.
Mother Illuminata thought it would be fitting, even if the sisters were not here, some record of what occurred to remain. Kearsau is unique, a double monastery with 2 saints, one male and one female to guard the town and the abbey, and one to make sandwiches.
You're gonna have to keep me up on chat because I can't see chat, and I don't have my computer.
Oh, I can't see chat either because I'm looking at yours.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, chat, you're on your own.
Entertain yourselves, chat.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go.
It seems odd that a monastery would reuse a place meant for war and force.
Vicer said he loves her jugs. I assume he's talking about Marie Antoinette.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Let him eat cake.
Not war, Magdalene, but protection. The Burger Fried is the defensive tower.
Of course. That makes sense.
Yeah, if you can get through the Baconator, you can get through anything.
You're right, sister. This mural will be a great reference for the rat house.
Yeah, I'm glad to have helped. God bless you, Magdalene.
Okay. You all done, Gertrude? Yep, you're done. Okay, moving on. The cloister. I don't know where to go. Let's check. Maybe our map will show us something.
Maybe our map.
Okay, in the garden. We got to go to the garden. Okay.
Yeah, in the Garden of Eden.
In the Garden of Eden, baby.
In a Baga Gavita.
The fucking song sucks.
Here's the aquarium. Most of the Abbey's visitors came in here, but aren't allowed to enter.
Oh. Edging. Religious edging.
We aren't allowed to go into the outside world either. Just like Mother Francisca said, isolation is part of her vows. Sister Gertrude once told me the old Benedictine sisters used to go out into town sometimes, and even talk to men on occasion.
Yeah, and they were all the better for it.
They were all the better for it, and then they got to share all their hollandaise sauce. And I'm stuck here staring at these walls for the rest of my life.
It doesn't seem like Sister Suzanne thinks much of her life here. I can't blame her. It must seem like a boring life to her. Even so, she doesn't seem to have the passion Sister Gertrude and the others have. She hates her life so much here, maybe I shouldn't encourage her to leave the order. Better to leave while she still has a future ahead of her. After all, there are plenty of young men in Bavaria who would make good husbands. I don't know about that. Still, there may be some reason she chose to stay. I don't want to overstep my bounds, but... do you regret your choice to become a sister?
Choice? I didn't have no choice. My father promised me to the church as a baby. Some oath he swore when my mother struggled in her pregnancy. Wait, so it's like, oh, God, please let this pregnancy go through, and then I'll give the baby to the church.
Yeah. Yeah.
Weird.
Mm-hmm.
So there I was, dropped into the poor Claire's. This summer I turned 17.
Nah.
Just like the white-winged dove that sings a song sounds like she's singing.
Oh, my God. Can't believe that's where you went with that fucking joke. And they took you in just like that? Nobody asked what you wanted?
Why should they? The pork layers rely on the offerings of others.
The pork layers.
Are you just remembering that that's what I've been calling it the entire time?
I didn't remember pork layers.
Yes, pork layers. That's what I've been doing. Yeah.
The strata of the Baconator. Like...
My family is devoted to the church. I've only been in the convent for 2 years, but I'm trying my best. I don't mind the prayers or the hours, and I'm sure of my devotion to the Lord. But this isn't what I wanted. But since when did a woman ever get what she wanted without being punished? Eve couldn't even manage it.
Yeah.
True facts, girls.
Yeah.
Preach, lady.
The Bible set a precedent, so, you know. I understand. I have more autonomy to go where I want, but I'm still bound by the expectations of marriage and homemaking.
I remember the days of running around town.
No.
I wish I could have gotten married. I wanted to be a mother. Sometimes I get jealous of Sister Gertrude and even Sister Margarita.
The blind woman?
Yes. I mean, how bad must your life be? You're jealous of the blind lady.
Yeah, for real.
At least they got to see. So wait, no. I guess she didn't see much. Of the outside world before they were 20.
It's terrible. Terrible human being. Terrible.
What? They're the ones that put that line in right after talking about the blind lady.
Hey, you're protected here from the plague and the Protestant rebels. It's a good life. If you could do anything else, what would it be?
I would have liked to go to one of the big cities at least once. I would have been happy to be a shopkeeper's wife.
Oh. Working at a 7-Eleven? That's going to do it for you?
I hear they've got nice sandwich artists over in Nuggetsville.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, Magdalene.
Make sure you monitor the roller dogs.
Anyway, let me show you the rest of the cloister.
Nah, late on. All right, we're going to go to the garden, and then we're going to close it so we can do the wrap-up.
All right.
I don't remember how to get to the garden. Courtyard? Yeah. Oh, never mind.
You've got other people to talk to.
Yeah, I know.
Brr, it's colder today. There's not much in the yard that could help you, I think. Anything that was hair has long been covered in weed.
Nice.
Sorry, weeds. Weeds.
Nice.
All I know about this place is that the walls were added when the convent was built onto the monastery. Oh, God bless you, Sister Benedicta. Benedicta. You can be that one.
Sister Suzanne, God bless you. This ice is hard. Do I recognize you, Sister Benedicta? I think I've
I
seen
don't
you.
know what I expected. It's just everyone spares it. They even have a meme.
I think I've
It's all
seen you.
Sparrowson.
I think I've seen you in town once or twice.
Yes, you have seen her. Sister Benedicta is the youngest of the sisters. Mother Francisca allows only one sister to deal with the townfolk.
Deal with the townsfolk.
Get those poros.
Yeah.
Benedicta received this privilege.
Privilege. Burden, more like. I have to run around everywhere gathering all the food and doing all the chores. I'd rather be inside where it's warm. What are you doing up in the convent anyways? Nah. Snooping. Mother Francisca said I could look around. Oh, well, don't let me get in the way then. Actually, Sister Benedicta, I wanted to ask you some questions. Where were you the night of January 17th? Do you like being a nun? Oh, yes, I don't mind it at all. It's far quieter than home, and I don't have to share my bed with my siblings anymore. I like to help with the older sisters, and I don't mind the chores, except when it's cold like this. One more question, Sister Benedicta. Have you seen any mysterious figures or ghosts lately? Pardon? Ghosts? No, everything has been normal recently. I haven't even noticed anything odd. Is this about Sister Marie's ghost? I think it's Maritis myself.
Oh, no.
Who? Maritis. Mauritius. Don't tell Mother Francisca this, but I found an old book about Christian legends hidden in the workshop. It said that a Roman commander named Mauritius conquered Tassing, but the colony failed.
Yeah, the book was under the skeleton that was all charred, and he looked dumb.
Yeah, for real. Most of the town was empty until Christian refugees found the town hidden in a valley. It was a miracle. Hidden Ranch Valley.
Hidden Valley Ranch.
Hidden Valley Ranch. I wonder if this is a different retelling of St. Moritz saving Tassing. Oh, maybe. I don't remember if the book mentioned any saints. The Latin was hard to read. Anyway, when Sister Marie said that she saw a ghost, I thought it must have been Mauritius trying to get us out. A Roman ghost couldn't be happy about his tower being turned into an abbey, could he? Nah, what'd you do with this book, sister? Well, I had it with me in the kitchen one day, and I accidentally laid the fire poker on it.
Oh, God.
Pardon?
Well, that's unfortunate.
That's unfortunate. I tried to fix it, but it's unreadable now. Sorry, Magdalene.
I guess you gotta go to the kitchen now and investigate.
Yeah. I mean, how could you? I suppose it's better that the book got some use before it was lost forever. Besides, that story gives me ideas for the Rat House mural. Thanks for telling me about the book, sister. I won't tell Mother Francisca. God bless you, sister. Haha, thanks, Magdalene. God bless you. All right, we'll close it out.
Oh, okay. So there you go. Hey, that actually felt like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit longer than 10 minutes, but we'll take it. We'll take it.
I'll tell you what wasn't 10 minutes was that tournament.
Nope, not at all.
I did not think it was going to be that long.
Yeah, I had no doubt in my mind it was going to be that long. It was going to be long.
I will give you credit. You were correct, sir.
Yeah. All right, we're doing the wrap up. This is the wrap up. This is BroDown.
We got to sign out of the show first.
No, we don't. Yeah,
we do. We got to say goodbye, sign out of the show, and then it's just you and I talking about how shitty the show was.
Okay, all right. Good show, everybody. We love every single one of you. Clap, clap, bloop. What's our outro? Do we have an outro?
Thank you for listening to our middle-aged boomer bullshit.
Yeah, for sure. There it is. And scene. Okay, this is the BroDown wrap up. We're just gonna do our feedback that we normally do at the end of our streams. So that's all.
We gotta pretend like they're not there. We gotta ignore them.
Yeah, that's fine.
Don't even have chat open.
We do that normally during streams. Really, that's easy enough. That's simple.
Yeah.
Just ignore chat.
Real quick, because I didn't get your personalized non-show feedback. What did you think of your art gifts this week?
Fucking fantastic! I love Turtabunga. Turtabunga fucking just makes me, especially because I look like I look like a 1950s fucking Batman villain. Like,
yeah, you do. You look like a extended jaw Riddler.
Yeah.
Is what you do.
Extended jaw Riddler. Like, huge fan. Huge fan. I was literally dying laughing when I was looking at it. Like, and then
I've had that one on the back burner for weeks, and it's like, oh, I was originally I found a little logo generator so I can make the title for it, and then I typed in "Fat Ninja Turtle fighting other Ninja Turtle,"
Fat and Ninja Turtle fighting other Ninja Turtle.
Because I was gonna make me fat, and it was gonna continue the brand.
This man, a master of Google SEO word finding. Jesus Christ.
So what I did with it is, because it had fight in it, it brought up the fighting game and the character select, and there was Leo and Raph, and Leo had his sword. So I actually took the background, completely edited out all of the other people out of there.
Nice. Very
and
nice.
then moved the fighter select and just added. I was gonna put a sub, like a sub sandwich in Raph's hand to make it me, but I thought wait, turkey leg is very recognizable.
Oh yeah,
and much more jank. So I went with that.
And also your photo in that is fucking tremendous because first of all you gave yourself a Lego square beard. Which is, I find, you gave yourself the chin of Robbie Rotten from fucking Lazy Town. Like, it's super.
Right.
And also, you look high as fuck in that picture.
I do. You're not wrong. I do. So, one more funny bit about this was the original version of this photo. I hadn't found that blue Leonardo mask for you yet. I had stolen the eyes and mask off of an advertisement for an Asian's children's costume. And it was originally just a blue Leonardo mask with Asian eyes for you. And I couldn't make your eyes look good. So I was very tempted to just leave in the Asian kid's eyes and completely change you.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
And I thought, you know what? I should probably look for a Leonardo mask a little more.
The inadvertent indirect racism, just like
right.
you can't stay away from it. Like it's hard coded into our Florida DNA. Like,
and it wasn't even going to try and bit skid. It's because your eyes didn't look right with the mask.
No.
So it would have been just for continuity's sake, and it just happened to be an Asian 9-year-old and his face in there.
I'm pretty sure talking about an Asian 9-year-old and then saying your eyes didn't look right, following it up as a segue. Canceled.
I mean, it's true, though. Your eyes didn't work with the mask, but I ended up finding like a generic mask that I could cut the eyes out of and actually fit your misshapen face.
No, Lord, it's fucking hilarious. This episode, I thought this episode went well. Like, I thought it actually went better than I anticipated it would. Like, I thought we were just gonna say the same shit over and over and over again. I mean, we did. We made a bit out of it. Yeah, I mean, we kind of said, "Wow, we played this shit," but we didn't. I don't think we said it as much as I thought we would say it. So, like,
I think we just gave up on the bit after a while.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was tremendous in the sense, like, it was kind of fun in the sense that, like, I mean, we uncovered memories that I haven't thought about in fucking decades, decades.
When's the last time you thought about the couch submarine? Or the drive-through shower window?
The drive-through shower window brought it all back to me. I was like, holy shit, that's right. We used to have that fucking McDonald's fucking window from the bathroom to the fucking game room that we were in. I was just like...
Right.
It's like crazy, man. I remember propping up my legs up on the piano playing Street Fighter Alpha 2 for the fucking SNES. And, like, every time I would lose, I'd be like, Kong, 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 Kong. You know, like, fucking...
Right.
It's like, man, like...
Is there anybody out of that? I mean, I think we both said it for Super Metroid. But is there... Third Strike, obviously a deserving champ. Is there anybody out of that group that you think should have had another chance somewhere else in the tournament that would have, like, aced another quadrant?
I'm surprised Ocarina didn't make it. Did Ocarina make it? No, Ocarina didn't make it.
It lost to Killer Instinct.
I'm shocked by. Like, that I'm very shocked by.
Only because of Vicer and screwing with Frankie.
Yeah. Like, I mean, a wild card bracket wouldn't be a bad idea, John Stockton.
No. No, we're not doing. No, I am not putting any more work into this. This is done. As a matter of fact, next time we do this tournament thing, we're doing 32. We're not doing 64.
I love how Beef is recognizing very quickly that in order to do a stream like this, there's a lot of pre-pro. Like there's
right. Yeah,
I was like just putting.
And like I said, there was a lot more to talking about and going through it than I was anticipating. I honestly thought that we would get through with this, do New Jack, and then still do the Olympic thing and Pentiment, and still get in under 2.5 hours.
No way. Yeah, I knew.
I mean, that's what I thought.
I knew. No way. And it sucks because I do want to do the New Jack one so bad, but I'm just
but I don't think we're gonna get to it for 4 weeks.
It's gonna be a while before we get the New Jack, but when we get there, oh god, it'll be so
worth it.
Fucking good. I can't wait for New Jack. I'm just gonna leave everything loaded in there. Just leave it in there because I don't want to do it all over again.
A quick preview of the next quadrant. There's Half-Life 2, Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Hold on, let me see if I have it. Go ahead. I mean, you can keep talking about it. It's fine.
All right, so there's Half-Life 2 versus Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Metroid Prime versus Snake Eater. That's going to be a rough one.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be... no, I didn't see
here's Mario Kart 64 versus Final Fantasy 7.
Oh, I mean, some of these are going to be easy. It won't be that hard.
Mortal Kombat 2 versus Vice City.
Are you reading from Frankie? Yeah, Frankie's.
Yeah, I think it might be. I don't have the graphic in front of me.
Yeah, hold on. I'm getting it right now. Go ahead. You're fine.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat 2 versus Vice City. The Last of Us versus Symphony of the Night.
Oof. That's going to be a hard one.
Oh, here's one that because we're seeing who can out boomer someone. Donkey Kong versus Zelda 2.
Which Donkey Kong is this?
The original Donkey Kong.
Is it the original? Is it the original Donkey Kong or Donkey Kong Country?
We said Donkey Kong, and we had 2 from the series. And your first thing was, oh, well, we got to put in the original Donkey Kong. So we put in the original Donkey Kong against Zelda 2.
I don't remember saying we have to put in the original dusty-ass Donkey Kong. That sounds like you.
No, you said the original Donkey Kong, and then we agreed that Donkey Kong Country 2 should also be put in there.
All right, well, the original Donkey Kong ain't going to make it, so...
So the original Donkey Kong versus Zelda 2, no, that's going to be a tiebreak, because I feel like that could be.
No.
No. Dragon Warrior versus Witcher 3.
Get the fuck out of here.
Let's not discuss it. We don't want to discuss. We're just saying a preview here.
Yeah, we don't want to spoil it.
Yeah. There's Dragon Warrior versus The Witcher 3 is on there.
Oh, that would be simple.
And then Donkey Kong Country 2 versus Portal.
That might be a hard one. Be a hard one because I do have a lot of nostalgic memories for fucking Portal.
Well, obviously Sonic is win. No, I'm just. We'll get into this, and as we go through Frankie's Foot Clan quadrant next week.
Looking at the list, I think there's only 3 options that could clear.
And see, that's the thing, because we have such different tastes.
Mm-hmm.
I can see. I mean, there's one battle in there that there's 2 in the first round of 2 of them that I think could win. I mean, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, looking at it now, I'm just like, oh, I think there's more than 3. Yeah, because
I see 6 that could win from this quadrant, and it'll. That's the hard part of this. That's what makes this different than GameFAQs. Is A, we have the random select on everything, and B, it's based all on our memories and our thoughts, and so that's where we end up coming up with different distinctions.
But I thought
next week we'll go through and figure out who will lose to Third Strike in the next round.
Yeah.
We just might as well make the Third Strike trophy.
Yeah, exactly, for sure. But in terms of the actual content, I thought the content was good. I thought it worked well. I thought it flowed well. I thought
I mean, we had no viewers. I mean, there was that.
That's fine. We never do for BroDown, so it doesn't.
I think we had like 4 active chatters.
It's fine. It's not. We did get up. I think like the highest we got up to was like 8 or 9 viewers, which again, I don't really care though. Like I don't.
We also haven't been consistent.
No.
With,
No.
with shows, and also you were sending a log down the river and way blew past our start time.
Yeah, always. Like Egypt was getting on my ass too. She's like, "How casually late are you going to be this week?" I was like, at least 15 minutes. Like
she is correct, sir.
I'm also again, I'm not super bothered by the amount of viewers. I feel like so long as we have a good time and the quality, quote unquote, quality of the show is good, I don't fucking give a fuck about views. I don't care about any of that. If I ever get to a point where I'm a serious streamer and I'm trying to go pro with it, then maybe I'll take a little bit more into it. But until then, also like I said, until we have a BroDown overlay, this is all reps. Like this is all just practice. Like,
well, and I do see. I'm sneaking into chat. Vicer does say that early morning is not a great time to
no,
stream.
it's not. It's not the primo. It's the waking hours. Nobody's really tuning into Twitch during fucking 8 a.m. on a Sunday morning.
It's also the only time I have available.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
I don't want to be goofing around on the computer to go through and lose family time.
Yeah,
I would rather hang out with my children than drive 10 minutes away to visit with you.
No, that's overrated. Both of them.
Yeah,
visiting
super,
me or
super over visiting. Yep. Saying hi.
Yeah,
making sure that my kids know you're not dead.
Nah,
yep,
that's all
that
right.
whole.
That's all right. The 2 p.m. literally prime time. Get all the work.
We were driving home from the rental house. And my children said from the back seat as we're driving away from Pork Chocolate, "Daddy, when are we going to see Uncle Six?"
Never. Tune in every Saturday morning at 8:30 EST. You'll see Uncle Six.
We didn't shill anything. That's right. We forgot to shill today. We got so wrapped up in the tournament we forgot to shill.
That's all right. It's not a big deal. I mean, I had noticed even if you take 1 week off, it's like you lose your viewers, man. Like you got to be there every single week to keep a steady flow of people. So because outside the lens, like I didn't have as many views as I normally do. But to be honest with you, outside the lens, I don't really get a lot of views for Nintendo games, regular Nintendo games.
Right.
Which is I'm fine with it. I don't care.
Well, hopefully everyone that did show up enjoyed it. I mean, I think we had a good time, discussing a few different things.
Yeah.
Real quick, I guess before we start signing off, what are some other tournament topics that we want to put through the NCAA process?
I think if we're gonna go, definitely wrestlers. Obviously, the best wrestler of all time. It's gonna go in there because I mean, there's so much to talk about in terms of lore and moves and matches and GIFs and videos. There's just a lot of supplementary material that we can front load and bloat out.
We have other ones attached to wrestling that we could also do. We could, wrestlers, finishing moves, theme musics. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of things that we can do with wrestling. Managers, if we wanted to get really exact.
Yeah, if we wanted to make sure that no viewers ever tuned in ever.
No viewers ever.
Definitely.
No, nobody except York coming back to watch the stream 4 times after it's done.
Well, I was going to say, because everybody wants to tune into the BroDown to see what we think about wrestling managers. Like, that'll get all the boys to the yard. Like,
but we could do movies, we could do TV shows.
If we go this route, or at least one of the tournaments, it should be kind of off kilter, off base, like something because everybody, if it's going to be food, it's got to be like the best egg based food, like eggs or something, just bean based food, just something outside the box that nobody actually has done before. Like
maybe do the like the NCAA junk food championship or something?
Yeah. Oh, I mean, we'll definitely do junk food. Childhood junk food is definitely going to be one of them. Because now
drive-through restaurants.
I won't vote on any now because I don't fucking eat junk food or fast food. But
but it's all nostalgia based. When Grandma May was feeding us Star Crunches out of her secret wall pantry.
Yeah, for real. It was just like, it's like, how old is this, Grandma May? Is this Star Crunch as old as you are right now? Like, it's like, Lord.
Also, Star Crunch, didn't know has raisins in it.
No. Vicer,
Yeah, because
I like
that
movies
is,
way more than video games. Me too, Vicer. There's more to talk about with movies than video games
and I
are.
feel like we could actually still do a 64 movie tournament and still get plenty out of it and have everybody cussing and arguing with each other.
The question is with movies, do we go all-time best movies or do we go like, put a spin on it, all-time best worst movies like Street Fighter the movie, like that's going to clear.
We would, yes. I think that's definitely a topic is awesomely bad movies. That is on there. But
would we be able to fill out 32 though?
That would be a tough one. That would take some research for awfully bad movies.
Yeah, I don't know if we could do 32. So it would just have to be best movies, I think.
What was that, honey? Well, no, Mato's Hands of Fate was just a bad movie.
Yeah.
But what made it good was MST3K.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah. I would like one day, maybe when we get bigger, maybe when we have an overlay, do like a live watch along to an T3K movie. I think that would be tremendous. Yeah. You can find the entire movies on YouTube. You can find it anywhere. So like, I think that would be pretty cool.
Something that I think you would end up enjoying is I would like to do a watch along of Taskmaster with you.
This man has been trying to get me into Taskmaster for 2 years now.
Dude, you would love it. This is right up your alley. It's very British. It's dry. It's dark. It's people using chaos to go through and try to outsmart the Taskmaster. And everybody is all in on it. So these comedians are doing things that make them look ridiculous and could ruin their career and things like that. And it's really funny. I'd
watch it. Like, especially for a live watch along thing, for sure. I think and this is obviously future thinking. I think in order to really like utilize and maximize watch alongs, it needs to be like a Discord event. Like to have our people
probably.
And I mean, we got to grow our Discord. I mean, all of this is in due time. It's not, we're talking like 2-3 year project into the future sort of thing. So like,
I like how you went, we got to grow our Discord. And then, we forgot to shill. Who cares?
Yeah, for sure. I was like, we only got 5 people in here. They're already in the Discord. So it's like, it's fine.
Superheroes and supervillains. I mean, those could be tournaments.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I mean, and then we just tell everybody why Batman wins.
I mean, basically, once we start doing superheroes and supervillains, then it gets into the realm of us in line at Busch Gardens for the roller coaster. Who would win in a fight? Jubilee.
I loved that stuff.
Yeah, Jubilee or MODOK. It's like so.
Well, anybody versus Jubilee wins.
Oh yeah, definitely, all day long. So
her and her Roman candle powers,
and that would actually get more in line with what we kind of thought would be the heartbeat of the show for these kind of shows, like because that's basically all that was just us sitting in line in roller coasters, waiting an hour, just fucking bored out of our fucking gourds.
Real quick, what did you think about me like throwing a little segment over you that's kind of like a palate cleanser before we get into stuff or after we do the main topic?
I think it's like always good.
I threw Gojira at you today.
Yeah, like I know. I think it's always good. I mean, I try to implement that during Outside the Lens. Like, granted, having 90 minutes of non-gameplay followed by 11 and a half minutes of rage quit gameplay. Probably not the best format, but like...
Or 37 minutes of gameplay.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's a crappy game.
Yeah.
In chat's...
I love having a little palate cleanse, having just something that chat can watch for a second, allowing us to go take a piss or just, just something that, I mean, granted, Pentiment, nobody is watching for Pentiment, but I like the fact that there,
John.
Yeah, but I like the fact that there is 10 minutes of Pentiment. It's just something different, like I love different than. So like as much as we can try to make it different than, I'm a huge fan. So yeah, just me.
John said just me. That's right, John. Yeah, so that's what I've been trying to do with Beast Been Busy or something is whatever stupid graphic I make, it's let's give him something to do in between game and try to see what reaction I can get out of 6. This week I love that you were griping about me complaining about you not being able to visit with us, and then I froze you in the middle of your thought and just dead stopped you with whatever was on the Discord.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, for sure. And my favorite thing this week from yesterday was Beef saying, "Check your Discord." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I will be. Not a problem. Yeah, I'll get there." And then it continued to talk to chat for 10 minutes straight. Like,
yeah, right. And by that point, because you get backed up on chat, I had said, "Check your Discord" like 8 times.
yeah. Exactly.
Well, I was also trying to get Goldie's attention because they wanted you to check out the thing.
Yeah, that was just like,
you didn't necessarily see that I was trying to get the attention for Goldie.
I was like,
you just thought I was griping at you.
I was like, what are you talking about, Goldie? I don't even know. What am I supposed to look at my Discord for? What are you talking about?
There's different parts of the Discord? What? it wasn't just direct messages to me so that I can get it in quickly?
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, oh my God. I thought chat was good during this tournament as well. Like, chat always gives us a welcome departure.
It took a second for them to warm up because we had to get them involved on the tiebreaker the first time.
It's okay.
But once they realized what was going on, then it's like, oh, well, we'll play along now.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I mean, I'm always going to be the biggest fan of Vicer wherever I go, but Vicer
love Vicer trolling. It's such a great thing.
Vicer being an arbiter of chaos, I'm just like, he's doing his job. That's what I want. That I think he's doing exactly what I need and what I want for this stream. And so I was just like,
all
yes.
Right. Well, because this is the wrap-up show, I'm going to tell you the scenario that I had come up in my head. Because I had spent all week long thinking of some type of introduction to do. And I had somewhat kind of planned out a skit bit.
Oh.
Because I see Joey's posts in our Discord on the shill your stuff. And I was just randomly looking through there, seeing what other people are shilling, and I saw Joey's description.
Yeah.
And my first thought was, oh, this is going to be my introduction. I'm going to go, hello, Judgmental Beef here, and I like to bring a punk rock feel to streaming. Click below to support me through Twitch and to pay me things. And use Joey's description of himself that he put on Twitch. And then I would hope that you kind of recognize that it was Joey's, because, it would have been, oh, you stole that from Joey. And the whole thought would have been, oh, Joey's punk rock?
Yeah, no, for sure. He's corporate pop rock. We know he's sold out. Like
the most punk rock thing about Joey is that he looks like shipping container Joey Ramone. A regular Foey Ramone, if you will.
Foey Ramone. Wow. The beautiful thing, the best thing I love about talking shit about Joey on our streams or my own stream is I know he'll never fucking find out about it. He doesn't watch. So this man literally joins our Discord just to promote his own shit and not interact with anybody in it. So I was like, fantastic. I also love Joey will go and promote on our Discord, shill. And then Beef will continue to have a one-sided conversation with Joey about whatever's Joey's shilling, and Joey never fucking pays attention to it. I'm like, yeah, get him, Beef. Get him.
Hey,
force him
he
into
reacted
dialogue.
once. he put an emoji one time.
I fucking love it. Oh my God.
I just for whatever reason I thought, wait, Joey does look like Joey Ramone, and they're both Joeys.
Yeah, for real. Like,
and then Foey Ramone hit me. I'm like, oh, I got a punchline.
Foey Ramone is, and especially with him making foes of everybody right now. Like, Foey Ramone.
I mean, there's the
really
FOE. Yeah. There's the FAUX. I mean, it's like,
Lord.
That's fantastic.
He's on a tirade.
I think
right
Vicer's giggling somewhere. I'm pretty sure I can hear that.
I guarantee.
I can hear mirth.
Guarantee
somewhere.
it. Yeah. Fucking. That's. God. He's got anger issues. He's got a. Yeah. God bless his soul. Exactly. It's like,
No, wait. God bless his soul is the Midwest of bless your heart.
Yeah. No, for sure. I hope he gets through his bad times without a doubt.
Yeah. It will. I mean, I'm sure that we can't be helping. But at the same time, for whatever reason, we don't get blamed for
I know.
shitting on people.
I don't get
It's
it.
because we're charismatic and likable.
Yeah,
I mean, I
I
think
guess.
that's the only reason I can think of.
I guess. I don't know, man. The Foey for when he's hungry. Foey.
Oh,
Foey.
thank you, John. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Lord. But no, I thought it was a good stream. Now we know that basically a bracket is going to take the entire show, which I knew.
Show.
I knew it would. Like I had zero doubt.
You were 100% right on that one.
Like
I thought that, but then I discounted our ability to bloviate.
Yeah, I had no doubt in my mind. I was just like, yeah, this is going to take the entire show. But that's fine. Especially since we're only doing this for 4 weeks, so it can take up the whole show.
Well, and to be fair, our tag team finishing move is the filibuster.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, man. Well, we've done a good Midwest goodbye on this 35-minute wrap-up or whatever we've been doing.
Yeah. I thought it was. I thought it was a
Yeah.
good show. It felt good to get back into the groove again. Like I've been thinking about this show since we fucking did the Sunday selection. So like I've been wanting to do it. Like,
And now that we broke the ice on it, I think it came off pretty well. I like involving chat. I think that once they got into it and they realized that, hey, they can be the arbiter.
yeah.
And, Vicer, specifically,
Oh, of
being
course.
the arbiter of sorrow.
Yeah. Without a doubt.
That, I have to give credit. That was the premier timing right in front of Frankie's face. So good, just sneaking in Killer Instinct there, like 2 seconds before Frankie.
I love him.
That was absolutely perfect.
I love
Could
him.
not have played it better. Well played, sir.
I love
Golf
everything.
clap for you, my friend.
I love everything that boy does. Literally everything that boy does. I cannot get enough of Vicer. I'm his biggest fucking fan. So
Valuable piece of this show, and don't let anybody ever tell you different.
No,
Six.
no. Well, yeah, especially me. But like, fucking, literally 1/3 of the show. He's the third member of the show. So.
Well, no, and John is easily the worst member of the show. But he's still a member.
easily.
Yeah, easily worst member of 2 shows now.
Yeah, John. Well, John is the most stable member of this show, though. Like, which is it's weird how that works, but like he is.
Well, I mean, it can't be me. I mean, I guess I have a foundation because of my base. I mean, I can hold somebody up pretty easily. I can support the weight. That's about the best I can do.
I'd say Vicer. I'd say John's just as dedicated to this channel as I am. He's always here. John is the MVP dark horse of this channel, without a doubt. Like
did we see Erica today?
No, Erica was not here today. No,
I thought that they weighed in about something, and I can't remember. I couldn't remember what it was.
I don't think so. I don't think Erica was here today. That's
does
fine.
Does Erica miss BroDown on Sundays because of church?
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah, without a doubt.
So then, that would make sense.
3 hours of prayer. Like 3 hours of silent prayer. Like.
Well, no, 3 hours of prayer. I was thinking more of the 3-hour goat ride to and from church. I mean,
we're not talking about Erica's sex life. That's like that we. They already sent me a message saying, "Hey, don't blow up my sex life on there." And I was like, "Oh, okay, sorry." 3-hour goat ride. All right.
Okay, well, then I'll go through and cancel my next graphic. I mean, I already had it labeled and everything. 3-hour goat ride.
But yeah, no, John is the primary reason when I do OTL trivia. I'm usually thinking of John when I'm doing it because I'm just like, this man gets the most out of it. So I was just like,
we vaguely talked wrestling at some points, and York wasn't around for the wrestling parts.
He was. York's always here. He's just lurking. He's just doing his own thing. He's just being York. Like York's always around. Like always. All right,
so
he's
now
just
we figured out that the wrap up is literally someone paying Nugs for us to shit talk members of chat for not being there.
Of course. Yeah. I mean, we got to be real here. Like this is what we talk about when we're not on the air. Like for sure. York's the kind of person who only speaks when he has something to say. Yeah, exactly.
That's fair. I mean, I've had my times where it's like, I just don't feel like talking.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Just good. Sit back and observe.
Yeah, exactly. Tonio's the same way. Tonio lurks. He's usually watching, but he ain't interacting. So.
Yeah, it's because I made Tonio like part of our owner admin group of the Discord. He's like, oh, he's gonna help out, and he can fix everything, and he never made a post.
No, that's just how Tonio does. He's
did not say a word until he had to apologize to Six about not having a graphic about something.
No, well, he Tonio showed himself when I started talking about the fact that he goes by Tony and not Tonio. And I was just like, and then because all right, the peek behind the curtain, I hired Tonio to make Egypt an overlay because Egypt is getting into streaming. And Tonio made her an overlay, but Tonio talked to her because I told Tonio, I was like, give her the whole spiel. She's never had work done from a graphic artist, so give her the step-by-step, the entire spiel, do what you did with me for the first time I hired you. And he had told her, he had introduced himself to her. He's like, hey, I'm Tony. And she told me, she's like, should I call him Tonio or Tony? And I was like, excuse me? He called himself Tony to you? Am I going to have to fight Tonio now? What the fuck? Encroaching on my gal? And I was also really high when it happened. But then I was just like, I thought about it and I was like, am I the only one who actually calls Tonio? And so I realized that I talked to Tonio about it. He's like, brother, nobody calls me Tonio. He's like, I thought you were just using Florida abbreviations for my name. He's like, everybody calls me Tony. I was like,
I like how your first reaction was, I'm going to have to fight you about how you pronounce your name.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let the Floridian mansplain to the Latin individual his name and heritage. Like
you can't help yourself.
no, I can't.
I don't know what it is about Tony, but you go through and immediately want to correct him on anything he says, even when he is dead ass right.
I know. Well, that's what.
Which he especially showed us on the Lucha Libre thing that you were dead ass wrong about.
That's the dynamic that me and Tonio have, though. Like he knows I'm just a caveman with a loud mouth. So like,
Right.
And anytime in which I may or may not morally offend him, he knows that I'll just throw him more money and he'll look the other way. So like,
I mean, yeah, money, it soothes just like a Baconator.
yeah, John, I listen a lot when I'm doing other things. Like today I was cleaning. Yeah, brother, that's what I'm here for. And it's like I know that a lot of people. I mean, look, I listen back to my streams, but I listen back to see where I can improve and what I can get better at. And so like I'm not watching my streams. I'm just listening to them because I mean that's basically what it is. It's essentially just a podcast format, essentially. So.
I never listen back to the streams. I do perfect as it is.
Vicer, I like to drag people into chatting by making bad gaming opinions. They can never resist correcting your bad game opinions. Yeah, Vicer knows what's up.
Correct, sir.
Vicer
You
understands.
are right.
He has figured out how to be a chat troll. Like
That's right. No notes, Vicer. Nothing I can do better. I even introduced a fourth female voice this week.
John, I hate listening to myself make clips. Easier to make them during the show. Johnny, you're crazy, man. You're crazy.
John, God bless you if you can do it. I have not been able to make clips while I'm doing the show. I can't do it. I can make clips while I'm not in the show. But sometimes if I'm going back trying to look for a facial reaction or some other goofy thing I need to put into a graphic, then I'll start making clips.
Yeah.
Because I'm there. But I also come from radio where it's like you have to listen to yourself or you won't exist.
Yeah, oh yeah, big time. Well, I mean, like when I was listening I haven't listened to all of this week's OTL, but I was listening to last week's.
Well, that's
OTL.
because you haven't had 9 hours of free time yet.
Yeah. Oh my God, Lord. Like when I was listening to last week's OTL and I started talking about some of my beliefs about the human race and how it needs to be reset by a meteor. 90% of the population needs to die as a result for us to thrive as a civilization. I listened to it back and I was like, yeah, I could have done without that. We could have just edited that part out. We didn't necessarily need that. Didn't need to go into such a long, cringy tirade about that.
Wait, hold on. Let me close the Discord so I can go and clip that for you.
It's like, goddamn. So, but I mean, that's, if I can listen to myself and, because like I find
Hold
myself.
on, I'm typing in the title. What Six thinks about you?
Yeah, for sure. I can listen to myself and not be cringed by it because I'm like, for the most part, I like my own voice. For the most part, I think I'm a funny guy. For the most part, I think I can carry a show, whatever the case may be. But like,
well, at least one person does.
I was telling Egypt last night about the fact that I was like, My brother, he's super talkative, will talk your ear off. Like literally has no problem, carrying the social weight in a conversation. He's totally good at it. You put that man on air by himself and he fucking dies a death. And it is the most hilarious thing. Because I'm just like, how does he get to be so shitty at hosting by himself? Because he has no problem bloviating, he has no problem doing a monologue, but like, God, you put him in the control seat, this man just fucking writhes.
I have no problem being in the control seat. I have a problem being by myself.
That's crazy to me.
I cannot talk to nobody because otherwise I will just sit there and play and I won't react.
Oh man.
If I have nobody to talk to, then I generally don't talk. It's like when I'm sitting there editing video for the police department, I've just got my headphones in and I can spend 8 hours just going through and just editing video and not say a word. That's exactly what it feels almost like work at some point. I do not. I don't think of myself as the star or as someone who's interesting enough to go through and do a one-man show. I am much more of a dialogue back and forth. I crack jokes and react based on what they say. I react to things that they react to about me. I'm very much a back and forth person. I am not a monologue guy.
It's just, I mean, that's good. Like, look, it's important to know your role. Like, if you know,
and
what
unlike
you're
some people, I'm self-aware.
We got Beefy Stables over here. Like
Beefy Stables.
Oh,
Beefy
man.
Stables sounds like what I'm gonna name my retirement farm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, it sounds like you're starting a new Chef Boyardee flavor with horse, like horse meat.
Mrs. Beef had a very guttural reaction to the idea of living on a farm. She is not into it.
No,
so.
It's a lot of fucking work, man. It's not easy.
I know. I've seen my parents.
Yeah, it's a lot of fucking work, man. No, I'm not built for it either. Like, it's not. Also, I'm just a human being that does not want to have other living creatures. I don't want to be obligated to other living creatures. I don't want to have the responsibility to take care of other living creatures.
That's a difficult part for me because, like, we literally walked through a dog store yesterday, and I went, oh, I want those 4. Give me those 2 Bernese Mountain Dogs. I'll take the Rottweiler, and I'll have a backup Corgi. Let's go do that.
Backup Corgi.
I drive Mrs. Beef crazy because yesterday we got out of seeing the new Deadpool movie, which I enjoyed thoroughly. I fantastic. I thought it was better than the second one. I loved it a lot.
How was Hugh Jackman in it? Was he good?
Oh, he's wonderful.
Yeah, I love Hugh Jackman.
Honestly, if it didn't have Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman's chemistry with each other, it probably would not have been that good.
Oh, no shit.
But, I mean, the writing is good, the jokes are good, but they make it work. The two of them together are so good.
Chemistry comes off the page.
Oh, yeah. Just electrifying. So, anyway, we go and watch this. We go watch the movie. We get out. We're on the way to the taco shop, which ruined my night. And on the way to the taco shop, I go, oh, I missed my turn. And I turn onto the road, and Mrs. Beef is looking at the phone. And all of a sudden, I stop and pull into a parking space like 5 minutes earlier than where the taco shop is. And she looks up briefly from her phone and goes, why are we here? And I point to the pet shop where it has a puppy sign, and we go and look at puppies in the window.
Nice. Very nice.
And as soon as she realized where she was, my wife, who doesn't cuss, went through and said, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Every time I'm in Mustardsboro, I like to go through and force her to go look at puppies with me.
Nice.
And I think it's only because the first time that I brought her to go look at puppies with me, we bought a dog.
Yeah.
So I'm just hoping that it kind of accidentally happens again. Mrs. Beef does have a good point that I ambushed her with a corgi puppy that I'm holding in my arms that leans back and looks at her upside down with her belly and chin up in the air and eyeballs her from below while Mrs. Beef was pregnant and hormonal.
Oh yeah, that was a trap. That was a loaded bomb. Like,
So we went home with the puppy that day.
like John, I would have a similar issue if it weren't for work. I'd talk 90% less. Yeah, me too, John. Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if I didn't have to talk to clients, I'd barely ever talk. Like, which is fine by me. I'm just like,
I have been super tempted to turn on the camera and start playing Hearthstone and drop in some battlegrounds and, see if there's anything that can get going. But I always stop myself because it's like, A, I'm playing this on my phone, and we all know I'm a master at games on my phone. And 2, it's like, what do I want to, what can I talk about? I mean, am I going to start, do I get political? And do I start yelling at chat for the opinions that may disagree with me? Or do I just start yelling at chat in general for things that they probably agree with me on?
just make sure that you're not apolitical when you're talking to chat. Just
you can't be apolitical.
no.
At the same time, I'm not worried about Joey ever watching anything I do.
No. Yeah, you don't have to worry about that. That's not gonna happen. Like,
I mean, and I just can't. I can't imagine being interesting not talking to someone else, I guess.
you're crazy. Like, you'd be. I think, like, to a certain degree, a lot of it is just like, I don't know. You have to go with the thought process that what you're talking about is interesting and believe that you're talking. Because, like, look, you watch me talk fucking for 6 hours about.
Well, sure, but you've also got, a week's worth of prep and your girlfriend to go through and write a script for you.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, she does help. That's for sure. She didn't help this week. I was doing it all by myself this week. So.
All right.
Like,
well, I mean, because so much, like, yes, I have lots of stories. I have lots of anecdotes. I have lots of puns.
Yeah.
I have lots of jokes that I can sneak in. But there has to be a prompt to trigger it in my head.
Yeah. Well,
I have to hear something that's, I can make some stupid dad joke out of that. Let's do that.
John, what about the 10 hours a day you talk to Egypt? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. My social battery is kind of drained weekly, but it's okay.
the 10 hours a day he spends talking to Egypt on his old AT&T long distance phone card that he charges just to talk to Egypt.
Yeah, it's still got Goldberg on the front of it. Like,
yeah, 1-800-COLLECT.
Yeah. Vicer, in my hundreds of hours of streaming, I've yet to talk about politics easier than you think. Just talk about the game, explain mechanics, explain your reasonings behind why you're doing a thing. Some people aren't on Twitch to watch some bombastic madman scream at them. Lots like to just chill. Vicer's right. I mean, anytime, hey, what's up, Exo? We're just doing a wrap up. We're doing a post
Hey, Exo,
show.
thank you for joining us in the last 5 minutes of the show. We appreciate you, buddy.
We're just doing
it's not even the show. This is the after show.
Yeah, this is the after show. We're just doing a post show feedback session is what we're doing right now. Like,
this is the post mortem, but happy to see you're still alive there, Exo.
Yeah.
I hope you're having a good one, buddy.
Hell yeah, Exo. Like, Vicer's right though. You just basically any time in which I feel like I'm burning on OTL, I just start commentating what's happening, and then literally within like 30 seconds, I find a thread to start talking about and start talking about that, and then chat reacts to that, and then I react to chat, and then before you know, I found another thread, and so.
Yeah, you see, the problem with that is that's how we end up spending 17 minutes on beans.
Yeah, that's true. It's true, without a doubt. But that's
Mrs. Beef is incredulous because she doesn't know the story about how you just left me hanging with nothing to talk about. So the last word that you said was beans.
Yeah, I know.
So I started talking about beans.
I know. Like, one of the first times that Beef was basically on the air by himself, this man went into like an 8-minute bean fucking commentary. And I went back and re-listened to it, and I was just like, did he literally just talk about beans for 8 fucking minutes? I was like, God damn.
And Vicer, yeah, I understand that you just can't go into expecting to have chat to back you up, but that's the thing is, there's so much of what I do is reactionary. I don't know how to do something different now.
Yeah, like it takes a certain skill set. Like, because I mean, to be honest with you, like even when I'm by myself, I feel like now that I've been streaming for a year and a half, a little bit more than a year and a half. Even when I'm by myself out on the route, I'm still out there talking to myself like I'm streaming. So I'm just like, wow, this client did this, and then what the hell does she think she is? Blah blah blah. And I'm doing all of this to an audience of myself inside my truck cab. So
Yeah, I don't think of something without a prompt. It's so much of what I do is kind of just recalling a joke and then finding a place to insert it.
Yeah, for sure. But
Yeah,
I think that's your strength though. So it was like,
right. I mean, it's a valuable skill. It's something that I do well, but it also means that I don't necessarily do great doing the one man show thing.
that's fine though. Like
Yeah.
that's fine. Like you again, you know your strengths, you know your weaknesses. Play up to your strengths, hide your weaknesses. So
Well, it's like even all the best promo guy in the world, Jim Cornette or Paul Heyman. Very rarely is it. Oh, it just here's nothing to work on. Go spit out. They probably could,
Yeah.
but they have an interviewer that they stand there. They have a topic to work on. They have a program or an angle. I feel like, oh well, I'm playing Hearthstone for 3 hours today. I've explained how this game works, and now what do we do for the other 2 hours and 50 minutes? Oh look, I did good there.
There's also, I think you
Oh,
also
that was bad.
You also have the unfortunate aspect, well, fortunate / unfortunate that you have a radio background and radio programs you to not have dead air. Whereas
No, you have skits and you have bits and you keep it going, because if there's dead air, that's a channel changer.
Yeah,
that is what I come from. That is what I was going for. That's what I went to school for. That is radio to me. So that does color how I approach things.
but in Twitch, dead air is totally fine. Like dead air sometimes
know.
is bad. If you're not a very good streamer and then you
Yeah.
have dead air on top of that, yeah, you're gonna lose some people. But like dead air on Twitch is totally fine. Like you can let a moment just breathe. Like there are times where I'm silent on stream because I'm just, granted, I also have a video game to back me up, and like I have some
Right.
sort of digital media that's there for people to look at.
Yeah,
so I can
you
take a
have
moment
somewhere
breathe.
to go.
Yeah.
Is the thing. So,
Yeah.
and then that's like when you drop a side of beef on me with nothing to back it up. It's like I have nowhere to go. It's like, oh well, here's Beefy with the treasure map. Okay, yeah, well, you go here and X marks the spot. All right, done. What are we doing for the other 4 minutes that Six is taking a piss?
Yeah, for real. John, the Lord of Beattown, yeah, for sure. Like Vicer, whenever someone chats, I act like they are interrupting whatever I was talking about.
Well, that's because Vicer's gimmick is just professional troll.
Yeah,
That is a great character, and it's a great character because it's not a character.
Yeah, no, that's Vicer. Yeah, he's a ribber through and through. Like he knows how to
Right.
rib. Like that's what he does. Like
I don't know why, but I'm looking at your CD art that Erica made for you down there, and I don't know why they gave you a giant golf tee to hold behind your back.
that's a skimmer net. Like I
But
think
there's no net. I mean, that's the thing.
I don't know what happened to it, to be honest with you. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where it went, but fuck it, I've been using it. Like Vicer, Beef should program an AI to post in his chat every 45 seconds just to keep him juiced up. It's true. It's true. Like,
Well, the problem with programming an AI is I would have to have an AI.
yeah, that's not that bad.
And they invariably, I would give it 3 posts in chat before it reads the internet and goes horribly racist.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the natural progression.
And at that point, how do you ethics shame an AI?
Excel, I thought talking to yourself is normal. It is normal. You should talk to yourself. Like, you should get the thoughts in your head outside of your head. Like, that's the way in which you deal with your thoughts, is you get them outside of your head. Like, if they just stay in there.
I do it the manly way. I bottle it up until I give myself stomach cancer.
You push it down until it becomes colon cancer. That's right.
Right. You shove it down to the deep dark hole until it gives you constipation and twists your intestines and gives yourself diverticulitis.
Fill the AI only with OTL information.
no.
Disallow it the ability to see outside of OTL.
Oh, the problem with that is then I have AI start game-splaining everything to me and refusing to come visit me.
Well then you're just hanging out with Joey at that point. Like Vicer,
Turn that one on its ear. Good job.
I can tell when a streamer is nervous and agitated, so that's why I think it's good to not overthink streaming. Yeah, I mean, especially inside the lens. That's right, inside the lens.
Well, it's inside the lines. That's our wrestling OTL segment
That's
every 2 months that apparently we're going to do it.
And I also, I think until the royal you, and I think until you're ready to take professional streaming on seriously, it's all reps. It's just reps. It's all that it is.
And that's the other part of it is there is no way in hell I will be able to consistently do this.
I don't know.
I barely have time to make a beast been busy for you consistently. There's a reason that a lot of them have just turned into putting our dumb heads on something silly. It's because I can do it in 45 minutes before the kids wake up.
Vicer's right. Streaming is not a quick and dirty thing. Got to let it stew for years. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, you got to let it stew until it's way past the time of viability when you would have made money with it.
That's the weird thing, man. It's just like I see streamers, like retro streamers, and they're just playing some dusty ass NES game, and they have fucking 62 people in their chat, and I'm just like, this has to come from longevity. This has to come from people that have been doing it for 3 or 4 years. Like,
you see, and that's the thing though, is you're at the point where it's like, oh, 62 viewers and are impressed by it. And I go through and I watch like Kriparian clips where he's playing Hearthstone Battlegrounds, which he has been playing for 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
And he plays it for 6 or 7 hours a day, 3 or 4 or 5 times a week, and 1,500 people every time he cracks a mic.
That's crazy, man.
And it's like, he's not even doing jumping jacks in a kiddie pool of oil.
People are lonely. Yep, it's true.
Yeah.
Vicer's right. Like,
so, and I also think that we probably missed. We need another pandemic. We need another lockdown, and then our show will blow up.
Yep, indeed. Yep. Well, the good thing is that Miss Egypt, she has a lot of background.
Oh, I was about to say, that is not where I thought you were going. I thought you were going to say some terrible joke like, oh, the good thing is Miss Egypt has been working on cursing the populace, and she's going to infect the plague on everybody.
The third plague, send out the locusts. But Egypt, she's got a big background in social media and social media analytics and how to grow a channel, how to grow something through social media, which is, I'm like, thank God. Because I was like, one of the reasons the BroDown doesn't really get anywhere and doesn't get bigger is because we have no exposure, man. We're not exposed anywhere. So like I make one Twitter post and I post on 5 different Discords, and that's it. For 8 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday morning. So it's just like, the fates are against us from the beginning, but
and I mean, to be honest, have you seen me? Twitch doesn't want me exposing myself,
bro. There is the ditch is aware of the BroDown.
Can we start over at 1999? Did anyone make a save state?
Oh man, I have so many good Y2K memories. Like the actual day of Y2K, I had a blast on Y2K. Like the actual.
It was New Year's. So had fun.
But the New Year's of Y2K is very memorable for me. I have a lot of memories from Y2K. I'll tell about one day on stream, but like.
I was like 16 when Y2K hit. And I remember kind of like being worried about it. It's like, oh shit, something could happen. Oh shit, something can happen. And I was at Uncle Ronald's house.
Mm-hmm.
I was at Uncle Ronald's at the family New Year's thing when I was 16. And we're watching the Dick Clark New Year's Eve thing, and the ball's counting down. And I'm like, 10, 9. Like, I'm worried that someone's going to launch an American Gladiators assault-style tennis ball gun up my ass or something any second now. And it gets down to 0, and I open my eyes, and everything was fine. I'm like, okay. And I moved on with life.
Yeah, nothing happened. Literally nothing happened.
Right, not a damn thing.
They were selling Y2K baseball bats because they were afraid that there was going to be carnage in the streets. Like, so they were like, you better arm yourself. You need this Y2K bat.
That's when I learned about fear marketing.
Yeah, oh yeah, big time. Scare tactics all the way around.
Right.
Like, fucking... Vicer, there's no logical way to gain viewers. It's all random shotgun chance. That's true. Realistically, just play the relevant games that top the viewer charts. That's also true. Tonio has given me that advice 2 different times. He's like, if you really...
I have tried to get Six to play new and relevant games, and he has dug in his heels and actively tried to hate any game that I have sent to him. Except for Balatro, which was dry as hell.
Oh, God, yeah. It was really hard to talk during Balatro because they're just wasn't...
But it was fun.
It was fun,
enjoyable.
Yeah. I
Try.
Tonio has given me the advice. Vicer has given me the advice. Like, it is something none of us have actually ever tried. Like, if I ever get serious about streaming, that's what I will do. I will basically put 30% of my time towards new and relevant games to grow the audience, and the rest of it just going to do whatever the fuck I do, my normal thing. Because, I don't know, I have a weird artistic auteur kind of approach to streaming. Like, I don't want to do what everybody else is doing, and I don't want to do what's already been done before. But the problem is that that really, really limits you on your exposure and whether or not people want to fucking tune in. So
I agree with Six. We do have a weird autistic approach to streaming. We do indeed.
I said auteur, not autistic.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
But yeah, autistic too. Like, definitely, without a doubt. Like,
yeah, I think my issue with playing relevant games is I don't play games anymore.
Yeah. Well, that's also my problem too. I'm the streamer that talks more about video games than actually plays video games now. Like,
well, yeah, and I'm the same thing. Just I don't even stream.
Yeah.
So I'm just the guy who comes on other people's stream to talk about games that doesn't play games.
Yeah. No, for sure. Like, yeah, I feel so bad that I'm basically gonna miss all the hype for Elden Ring. I feel like Elden Ring would have been tremendous to fucking ride the wave of, but I'm just like, I don't have the time. I do not have any fucking time.
I guess the best I could say is I hope that these overlays do everything you want them to do.
I feel like they will have the same audience and the same viewer count. We'll
put lipstick on this pig.
Yeah, exactly. We'll have just a shinier aesthetic. That's, they do, and Vicer's right, they do matter because viewers, they eat with their eyes first. But is it going to revolutionize the metrics for fucking BroDown? No, it is not. But I feel like for me, this is my one avenue in which I'm being kind of a perfectionist. Like, I feel like until the BroDown overlay has arrived, I don't feel like the show will get off the ground until that point. Because I'm not sure that it has that much to do with it. Like, I don't know if the overlay is what has or hasn't been holding us back, but it is.
I mean, but I'm just going by the way I consume streams. It's like I've never once watched a stream, but oh look, they have an overlay. I'm gonna stop here.
No, it does. It makes a big difference. Like, it makes a huge difference.
Like I said, I hope it makes the difference that you seem to think it will. I hope it does.
I don't think it's going to increase our viewership base very much, but I think there will be some incremental increase just simply because, look, when people come here, they're just like, look at this TGI Fridays flare on fucking suspenders bullshit, So, and it's functional, it's fine, it works for what we need it to work for the people that actually show up, that's fine, but for me, you need a visual aesthetic, especially in streaming. If you don't have a visual aesthetic, you're kind of dead in the water.
Well, see, I kind of want to just have like a lightning versus divider between the two of us, and have you take the top third, me take the right third, have the lightning thing between us, and then whatever Chiron stuff we have on the bottom, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Like, none of the other stuff, just have the ads and the chat, and then that's it. And I thought that would be a decent look, but Six also didn't want to look into it any effort beyond what we already have. Yeah,
I have no time. I don't even.
Get it.
Truthfully, I don't even have time for OTL. Like, if I was to be a super good businessman and get my business done, I shouldn't be spending time on OTL. Like, I have a lot of business things that I should be doing, but I'm not doing because I'm working too much on fucking OTL and talking to my Egyptian girlfriend. So it's just like,
right. I agree with you, John. That's what we will start calling the show at that point. Is it will be 6 and 2/3 of the screen. And I call 2/3 of the screen. I need the space.
Yeah, business sex 6. That's me. That's me. I'm not getting the headaches anymore, the sex headaches. So it's fucking great. Oh my god, I'm so happy over that. I'm fucking literally thrilled.
It is the most ridiculous thing in the world that you had your girl sign a romance contract, and then because you have the safety net of contractual obligation, you've stopped tensing up and your headaches have gone away.
we haven't signed our romance contracts yet. She said she needed more time to make hers. So
you've only drafted it. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
You've drafted your romance contract, and you're putting it through your romance legal interns. Is that what you're doing?
This is the prenup before the prenup. Like, I don't want her to get all my business monies, you know? Like,
this is your prenup before the postnups, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Like,
yeah, way too many nugs on the line here.
Yeah. Yeah, vice versa. You should just be a VTuber, Beef. Like, you should just be a VTuber. Like, just get in.
I mean, how boomer would it be to say, I'm not sure what that is?
It's just a visual YouTube avatar. It's just I don't know if you've ever gone into Goldie stream and he's got a turtle that talks, that moves when he talks. That's all that it is. You just have
oh, well, you see, me, I'm not worried about it's the verbal content is what I worry about, not the video content.
That's fine. Oh God!
Like if we could go through and just have my head and I move my mouse sporadically and AI fills in the words as it sees fit, that would be a fun show. I could do that.
You're crazy. You're fucking crazy. Vicer, he's getting anxiety because he was scared it would end, just waiting for her to say something fucked up enough to end it. It's we've been there a couple times already. Like I had to back down and be like, okay. This is not, as like...
To 6's credit, in previous times...
Oh, yeah.
He would have just gone full bore into, well, this is done with now. You have offended me once, madam. Yeah. I shall smack your face with a glove.
Yeah.
And that would be the end of it. And with this one, he's actually trying to not be dad.
Yeah, I'm trying not to be my father. Like
yes.
that's the hard part because I am kind of a miniature form of my father.
Well, and that was a big part of my marriage and getting used to is okay. Not everything has to be an argument that needs to be won. Mm-hmm. Not everything needs to be something that you get stupid defensive about immediately. Mm-hmm. And that has taken me a long time to modulate. And it doesn't always work. Mm-mm. But I'm working on it, especially because my wife hates arguing. She hates arguing. She hates confrontation, and it tends to go fetal. And it's like, no, she deserves a lot better than that. She doesn't need to be made to feel like she needs to go fetal and defend herself, especially from me, who loves her more than that, and who wants to support her and wants her to feel better than that. I'll leave her family to give her all the bad feelings.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Like
specifically her father, who is fuck that guy.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. Like that's not every Alice Warrington, not every fracas has to be a war, Right. But it's just like,
well, and the real funny part is that now, not that she didn't earlier, but, Mrs. Beef has the real big leg up on her. Because guess who got himself put in jail for a drunken bar fight on the 4th of July?
Her dad?
Her dad.
Are you serious?
He caught an assault charge. No, I'm sorry. He caught a battery charge, so the actual physical attacking of somebody.
Wow.
And then a battery felony on top of it for attacking someone over the age of 65.
Wow, I didn't know that there was a distinction there.
Yes, there is an extra charge for physically assaulting someone over the age of 65.
How old is her dad?
69.
Nice, but like he needs...
Not nice, but he turned 70. I'm sorry, he turned 70 in jail.
He turned 70 in jail.
No, it was before jail, but the story was better.
It's funnier that way. I like that.
Right, it's funnier that way. So he is retired from whatever scam he was doing, and he has all of the fucking scams built up, dude. He would get cash from people to do handyman work, or he would do handyman work for trade, and he would trade like a dentist company. Hey, give me coupons for all of your dental works. And that's how he got all of his kids' teeth cleaned, is because he did handyman work under the table. And he would own different buildings under different names and hide them from divorce attorneys and other things like that. He would do everything on trade or cash under the table.
Grifter. That's
100% grifter.
I kind of applaud the approach, but
well, he retired from grifting a couple years ago after he had a drunken stroke. Because he's also a womanizing misogynist alcoholic.
Yeah, it comes hand in hand. Yeah.
And also a narcissist, because nothing's ever his fault, and everybody else is doing this thing to him.
Yeah,
and everyone else is wrong, not me.
Yeah, makes sense.
So fast forward to the 4th of July, where he's drunk in a bar away from his family, because they don't even like him anymore.
No, doesn't sound like
and he gets into an argument with a former police officer in Syrup Soda. And the police officer and his son are both there drinking, and he starts talking about, they're druggies, and, gets into his drunken bullshit, and they start fighting. Okay, they have a fist fight, a bar fight, it happens. They separate it, they send him, and they throw him out of the bar. Except he runs back into the bar and sneak attacks both of them and bloodies them and lays them out.
Wow.
By sucker punching him and knocking him out from behind, and then drunkenly flees the scene as the cops are called.
What a bitch.
And of course he goes through and he's like, oh, well, they're just friends of the cops, and they were going after me for... You snuck attack them.
Yeah, for real,
You
bro.
ran in from behind, from outside the building, and restarted the fight.
Yeah.
That's why you're getting the battery charge,
Yeah.
and you have a court date in 2 weeks. Enjoy.
Also, if you're 70 years old and getting into a drunken bar fight, you need to get your fucking life together. Jesus Christ.
He's already had a stroke from his drinking.
Yeah, it's like, Jesus Christ, man. 70 years old doing bar fights? You're too old for that shit. It's young man's work. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and meanwhile, we went and saw Dad, and yeah, he wasn't drunk yet at 9 in the morning when we went.
Wow. That's kind of a record, to be honest with you. That's kind of...
He hasn't attacked anybody, and he actually ate food.
No shit.
Because Mrs. Beef made some biscuits and gravy, and Dad
very
is all about Mrs. Beef's biscuits and gravy.
Oh, yeah.
Because she does them up right, and turns out, hey, look, the old Georgia boy likes some damn biscuits and gravy.
How was Dad hanging out with Dad?
Dad was fine. He was cogent. He was sociable. He was fine. Actually, Dad 3, old Donnie boy, was having a good day too.
No
he
shit.
was fresh out of the hospital and hadn't gone backwards yet. But apparently, it's like a 2-week cycle for them now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Every 3 weeks. Every 3 weeks, one of them's in the ER. Yeah.
Yep.
Lord. Jesus.
Or, all of that I told you could have been a lie. You won't know because you wouldn't travel 10 minutes to see me.
Nope. Nope, would not. I was so fucking busy last week. I was just like, oh man, I was so fucking busy. And then me and Egypt got into a fight during the week, which just made me more fucking busy because I just lost time because we were too busy fighting. So it was just like, I couldn't. Yeah. I was like, there's no way. There was no fucking way I could.
Well, I'm going to cut you off there because otherwise we're going to spend another half hour just talking about shit.
That's fine. It was cool.
Hopefully John thinks he got his money's worth.
I think he did. There was only supposed to be like a 10-minute wrap-up. We had made it another hour, basically. So.
Well, I mean, the BroDown wrap-up is just us talking without trying to be trying to be characters and just having a chat or whatever.
We don't have our stream personas on, like.
Yeah. I mean, not that I have much of a stream persona.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what I told Egypt.
I might be a little bit louder, but that's about it. I might curse a little bit more.
I said, I was like, my streaming persona is just me with the volume knob turned up like 2 clicks. I was like, it's not really a persona. It's like I'm still the same person. So
yeah, I think my stream persona is, hey, I've got to force this turd of a joke harder.
Yeah, exactly. Like Viceroy was cool, 600C.
Yeah, 6 out of character. Yeah, there you go. I mean,
John, I got my nuggets worth. Thanks, John. We're glad we honored your redeem there, John. We love you, Johnny boy.
We're happy that somebody actually went through and gave it a try because that's been there for.
Yeah, we've been waiting for it. We even thought about getting rid of it because we were just like, what's the point? Nobody's redeeming it.
Well,
so.
we thought we were going to get rid of it because it's like, oh well, what's the wrap up for? The BroDown is now just really what the wrap-up was going to be anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, Vicer redeemed 6 stories.
No, I'm leaving. We're done. You can hold on to those nugs, and you can have the start of the next show. You can go through and have a 6 story. I have not had breakfast. I'm tired. I've been ignoring Mrs. Beef, who thankfully has been very peaceably waiting for me to give up this bullshit for a little bit.
Vicer, what I'll do is next OTL, next Saturday, I'm writing it down. I'll open up with a story. I'll hit you guys with a story. Vicer redeemed 6 stories. I'll get you a 6 story right off the bat. Like, I got one in mind, so no worries. There it is.
The real funny way that this would have gone is if John had redeemed the wrap up, and then waited until we're done with the hour-long Midwest goodbye wrap up that we do, and then right as we're finishing up, then he redeems Pentiment.
Yeah. What a bastard. John making up for all the redeems you ignore. I did not redeem any. I ignore no redeems ever. How dare you? Vicer.
I do think that we're pretty good about, but nobody redeems anything when I'm on.
Yeah, I know.
They only redeem to screw with 6 for OTL.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or Vicer did a me redeem when I'm in your chat.
Yeah, it's all right.
So not even when I'm here to do it.
That's what chat does, you know? Like, you give chat the power, they subvert your expectations every time.
You give chat the power, or it's like, oh, I'm bored. What's this Nugs button do? What are these things?
Exactly.
Dump.
John redeemed beef byproducts. What was beef byproducts? Which one was that?
Beef byproducts is Vicer's favorite bit. It's the one where we talk about food.
Yeah, food. I'm meal planning.
Mrs. Beef, what are we doing for brunch today? She just slammed the refrigerator door on me. She's mad at me asking about food.
Sonic the Hog. Sonic the Hog.
To be fair, we did go through and eat fancy the entirety of the time we were in Florida. Like, I made kebabs, with that Mrs. Beef prepped with, like, onions and peppers and pineapple and chicken pieces.
Nice.
The only problem is the chicken was marinated in ranch and barbecue sauce, which is delicious, but it also comes out looking pink.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm grilling these kebabs for 30 minutes each because I think the chicken is still raw.
Yeah. You got some chicken that looks like it survived a nuclear explosion. So fucking dried out. It's desiccated.
So I literally made chicken jerky on a stick. So we did that. I did ribeyes one night.
Nice.
I did threw those on with the sirloin that was there. Mrs. Beef made French toast and biscuits and gravy 4 separate times.
Holy shit. Wow.
Over various points and different people visiting things.
Wow.
That was great. Yeah.
How is the Airbnb?
The Airbnb was real nice.
In the Cape.
It was really, really nice, which you would have found out.
Nope.
No, it had a water slide and everything, and it once the kids tried the water slide, that became all the vacation.
Oh, really?
It was water sliding like crazy at this Airbnb. The Airbnb was real nice. It was pretty good.
No shit.
Let's see. Beef judges. Sonic the Hog.
Sonic the Hog. I fucking love Sonic the Hog.
I mean, I'm a bigger fan of Scenic the Hedgehog.
Scenic the Hedgehog.
My DeviantArt Sonic character who takes leisurely strolls through Central Park. I'm a big fan. I'm gonna do a series where he tries out different national landmarks. It'll be Scenic casually strolling by Mount Rushmore.
Oh, look who it is! It's JJ. We just chatting here. I thought this was a fight show. It was JJ.
No. If you were here, then you would realize that this is the wrap up where we peaceably coexist and have a normal conversation.
Yeah, JJ, we John in the chat, he redeemed one of our redeems. It's the BroDown wrap up, where we basically just at the end of the show we just talk about how the show went and feedback for the show, and we drop our streamer personas, and this is basically the sneak peek of what we do after a show. We usually talk for a little while after the show about how the show went. It's mostly just me berating Beef and telling him to stop doing things that are going to get us canceled. And then
we didn't have any of those this week. So,
I tell Beef he's a piece of shit and I'm going to fire him off the show. And then 2 hours later, I call him back and apologize for being an asshole. So.
But although it did give us the chance for me to relay the Foey Ramon character.
Yeah, Foey Ramon. Oh, it's so good. Oh, God.
Anybody who wants to is free to use Foey Ramon all you like every time you see Joey on site.
Oh God, he is Foey right now. He's just fighting everybody, man. Jesus Christ,
Ew.
he's got anger issues. JJ, this is the first time I've been able to catch this. That's right. You got
This
West
is
Coast.
the first time that we've ever had the BroDown wrap up too, though. Oh, JJ means the BroDown in general.
Yeah, JJ lives in California. She's West Coast, so she's got a
Well,
big
if
time
we
jump.
wake up early to put this shit on, you can wake up early to consume it.
Yeah, exactly, JJ. Like right now, me and Julia are in channel wars. She's an absolute horrible piece of shit human being, and I'm just saying, I'm not saying, I'm just saying, she has to wear a house plant around her neck to replace all the oxygen that she's stealing from everybody else around her. So,
That's oh yeah.
you like that, JJ? You like that?
It's gonna be hard for me to support Miss Egypt because she's doing the art stream with JJ.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
like,
yeah. Oh yeah. I was like, oh, the estrogen. Oh Lord. Oh, yikes. Ugh. It's like they already have women's suffrage. What else do they need? Like.
Yeah, speaking of, let's go ahead and raid JJ.
Yeah, we'll raid JJ. Like, I don't think JJ's streaming right now. I think she's.
Oh, okay.
She's just hanging out with us. Like, is there anybody?
Oh yeah.
Is there anybody to raid?
Six is a living psyop. You should know this about him after 10 minutes of interaction.
Yeah, I'm all about the false narratives, baby.
Yes, 100%. It's all false narrative. It's all whatever works to make him correct in whatever argument.
Yeah, pretty much.
Six argues the same way that I do. He just does it louder and with more curses.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely. Yes, ma'am. Or yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Like.
I don't care anymore.
Dude.
All right, dude. I think this was I think we had a good show.
Yeah.
Hopefully everybody enjoyed it. If anybody, JJ, you are free to check out the VOD anytime. This is all on Twitch. You can catch up with the BroDown every single week.
Indie glow stick. Oh, is that the raid target? Yeah, I'll rate him, Vicer. Hold on, we'll do that real quick.
All right, guys, I'm gonna check out and do the Family Man stuff. I appreciate y'all coming in this week. I'll see you next week.
Very good, very good. See you off, Beef. Good show, good show. We'll see us again next Sunday, right around this time, 8 a.m. ish. Like, because I'm struggling to take a shit during that time, so it's just like, goddamn,
right,
fucking late. York, you son of a bitch, fish bastard! How dare you? I knew you were there. I knew you were there. Like, but we're gonna go ahead and raid Indie.
Those salmon, they were just lurking salmon bots.
Yeah, just slapping us with the fish everywhere we go. Like, Beef, do we have an outro?
No.
No. All right.
I mean, good. Go support Gajira and decapitating women.
Hell yeah. All right. We're raiding now. Keep it beefy. There you go. Like, good show.
Keep it beefy. Yeah, I think that works. Hell yeah. Decapitating women. Woo!
Sing closing time right now. Closing time. I can't remember the rest of the song. I remember that part. Like, that's fine.
I mean, we can go back to Stevie Nicks if you want.
Oh, God. Beef did a Stevie Nicks reference. I was just like, God damn boomer fucking network over here. Jesus Christ. But it was sad because I got the reference. So I was just like.
Oh, yeah. No, that's what the saddest part about old jokes is you recognize them.
All right, guys. Thank you very little. You're welcome even less. Check me out next Saturday morning. I'll be back for OTL and next Sunday morning for BroDown. Clap, clap, bloop.